And now a message from Discover about real rewards. If you're a loyal credit card customer, you should be rewarded for your loyalty, preferably with something you actually want and something you can actually use, something like Cashback Match. Discover matches all the cash back you earned at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, because when it comes to rewards, you can't go wrong with cash back. Finally, rewards that make sense. Discover, exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations do apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Dashboard light problems? We can help. Our free Fix Finder service can read your check engine light, ABS light, and service indicator light, and give you possible solutions, verified by licensed technicians. You'll even get detailed results sent straight to your email so you have them when you need it most. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes. The free Fix Finder service, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
More details at AutoZone.com.
The Brian Bailey Show.
Head coach Cliff Dobbins, I just hope we play well and do what we've done for the past 2 months. Even before the winning streak, our guys have showed up. They've enjoyed one another. They don't care who gets the credit, whether Ryder Giles is starting 2 innings or Jake Hunter starts throwing 2 innings. It doesn't matter. It's just team baseball. And the collective units of our parts are just is so greater than if you look at our stats on a page. You know, statistically, other than us playing really good defense, you don't go, oh my God, like they're scary offensively or they're scary on the mound. We're just a really good baseball team.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelves and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered. With no third party needed, Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
The furniture savings have never been better than right now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Red, White, and Used sale. Savings as high as 70% off clearance items, closeouts, and discontinued items, plus store-wide discounts on new and in-stock merchandise, plus 12 months special financing. We have the looks, the styles you want in stock. Sleep better and save on a quality mattress with 72 months special financing. This Memorial Day, it's all about the Red, White, and You at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Infielder, utility extraordinaire, Ryder Giles. You have to do one of these two things. Fight an orangutan with a sword once a year, or you have to fight a chicken every time you get in your car. Which one would you take?
Well, it's a good thing I think about that every day, actually. I would definitely fight the orangutan once a year.
All right.
The amount of times you get up to go get some food or go to practice.
Right.
That's just too many times to be messing with little pesky chickens. So.
Good call.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Tabua. Aub. What about Aub?
Cool, neat story.
Was that supposed to be funny? There's local politics, bud.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Let's get the pumping.
I know Clip said he packed us in, so I'm just glad that I can prove Clip wrong.
Got him! Strike 3, it's all over. The Pirates are dancing, and they'll have a home regional in Greenville, North Carolina.
A lot of people just see what we do on the field. They don't see the hours at 5 in the morning and the hours when it's 100 degrees out in Greenville. They don't see all that, so just seeing it finally pay off is just really awesome.
Our guys are tough as nails. They've continued to show up when nobody else believed in them. I'm just so daggone proud of them.
It's gonna be fun. We in the thick. I mean, everybody gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud with them. I'm screaming too. Like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. You ready for this? I am.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, we are 2 days away from baseball at Clark LeClaire Stadium. It is a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, also online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you check us out there. Subscribe to YouTube, like us on Facebook. You can chime in with a comment, concern, question, whatever you got, and be a part of today's show, as Robert Matthews has already, as he says, hello. Hello. Should we call Corey Glore and make fun of him for his team losing? And not... Oh, Chandler Honeycutt's here. Chandler, I got to say, you are the most polite co-host guest we have on the show.
Well, I do appreciate it.
You always wait until you're introduced to speak. In fact, I looked at you to chime in, and you gave me a sign like...
It's like we're a tag team. Like, hey, tag me in.
Hot tag!
But I'm here, baby. And Clipper, it's good to see you. We should call Corey Glore and wish him a happy birthday. It's his birthday today.
Today?
Today is his birthday.
Really?
It is.
Wow. Okay, well, let's do it. Shirley, let's call him live on the air and see if he answers. Didn't plan on doing this on today's show, but we'll give it a shot.
Thanks to Facebook, by the way, for notifying me of that this morning.
Hey, Zucks, if you're listening, thanks, man.
Thanks,
just
buddy.
for everything you've done.
Thank you, sir.
You have made the world a much better place.
Thanks for letting me know that today is Corey Glore's birthday.
So, Shirley, I'm going to send you that number.
And I'm going to sing it to him just like he would. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday, the one all. Happy birthday. He struck him out. Happy birthday to you.
All right, coming up on today's program, we'll give you an ECU ticket update, give you all the info you need to know coming up this weekend, because Eric Ward, I'm pointing to a chair that's empty right now. I think Eric Ward's going to be sitting there coming up very soon from ECU Marketing. We'll talk to him. The voice, Jeff Charles, will join. Oh, okay. We got Corey. Let's see if he answers. Didn't tell him we were going to call, so he might not answer. If not, we'll leave a message as Corey Glore.
When he answers, can we say happy birthday?
Hello?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Corey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Corey. You are live on the air, by the way, my friend.
I kind of figured. I thought.
I was joking that we should call you to make fun of you for you not being able to call regionals this weekend, and Chandler was like, no, we should call him and wish him a happy birthday. So, dag darn it, my friend, happy birthday, Corey.
So you didn't even know it was my birthday, huh, Clip?
Of course I did, but...
No, you had no idea. You were going to call to make fun of me, even though I just wrapped up quite a year here at Tulane.
You did. Yeah.
And Chandler, my greatest friend, said, no, we should wish him well.
Well, when he said, Corey, that we should call Corey, and as soon as he started that sentence, I said, oh, yeah, we need to go wish him a happy birthday.
Shut up.
And then he's like, we need to make fun of him. I'm like, what are you talking about, Clip? We need to call him to say happy birthday. So that's what we're doing.
Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
So what are you doing today?
I was taken out to lunch by my coworkers here in New Orleans, Louisiana, the Crescent City, the Big Easy, the home of Tulane University. And then I'm going to grab a few adult beverages later on today.
All right. Good stuff, man. Well,
yeah.
How old are you?
Gotta go have a beignet, too, for your birthday.
That may have already happened, Shirley, and that may have already happened.
Beignet done that, am I right?
Yeah, because I did that all weekend long.
Lord. Yes, I heard you were down here when I wasn't here. So
yeah, I was gonna look you up while I was down there, but I realized you weren't there.
Yeah, I was gonna be mad if I was there and you didn't reach out, but I was in Clearwater, Florida.
So you just wrapped up the trifecta. You had football, you had basketball, now you just wrapped up baseball. Now it's back to football in September. So how was your first full year as the director of broadcasting there at Tulane?
It went well. I mean, I think it was a very interesting season that started with a hurricane and ends with a coach firing. No, I believe the number I called of games was 100 this year.
Wow!
Wow! And so it was a very entertaining year in many ways. At times it was troubling. At times it was incredibly fun, and everywhere in between. I wouldn't have traded it for anything. It was a blast, and I'm tired. Very tired now.
Well, get some rest after a fun birthday day. Thank you for answering the phone, Corey.
Yeah, I panicked because I'm like, I didn't think I was being reached to be on your show. There was really nothing for me to talk about. And then all of a sudden, I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe Shirley is calling to wish me well. And instead it was you guys committing an FCC violation by singing Happy Birthday live on the airwaves.
Oh, do we owe somebody money for that?
Yeah, I think you do, but I don't care.
All right, we'll send you the bill.
The law for me. Yeah.
Corey, good to hear from you, man. Have a great day, and we will talk this fall. We'll talk before that. We'll do our opponent previews, and we'll reach out to you sometime this summer, Corey.
Yeah, well, and you all have fun this weekend, and maybe even next weekend.
Yeah.
In Greenville, North Carolina, I was pleasantly surprised to see that number 8 seed drop in for East Carolina. So that's been a long time in the making, and hopefully they can get through this weekend to make that happen next weekend. But I'll be listening. I'll be tuning in. And I wish you guys all the best.
And Corey, by the way, 100% and myself tonight will be representing you on your birthday at AJ McMurphy's at Sports Trivia. They're dedicating the game to you. Their loss to you tonight.
Yeah, the nice third place finish that I was accustomed to at the time with Team 100%. But get a win for me for Team 100% for my 85th birthday.
Hey, let's go get a win. Let's go do it.
Hey, let's go get a win.
There you go. Corey, thanks, buddy. Happy birthday. See you.
Hey, have a great show, kids.
All right. Hey, that worked out great. That was fun. Good idea. By me. That's fine. No, good idea by you. Good singing, Shirley.
I had to jump in a little late.
Did you sing?
No, I never really got to know Corey, so I just kind of stayed over here. In my
you only sing "Happy Birthday" to people you really know.
Well, I didn't want to start the whole thing of like, oh, who's that other voice?
So, like at church or at school, I remember like if it was somebody's birthday, we had to sing as a congregation.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. You don't know everybody that well.
Well, No, I suppose not.
So, like, people would look at you and be like, does CJ know this person? If you're singing, yes. If not, no.
You know, I shouldn't have even answered your question.
You should have just said no.
I opened this whole can of worms.
I didn't know the reason you didn't sing was because you're claiming not to know Corey that well. I thought that was a quite funny reasoning. So you'd sing it to me, Shirley Chandler.
You know what? I would sing it to them, but not you anymore.
Like, you hear, like, happy birthday going on, and you start, like, joining in, and you turn around and you recognize you don't know the guy, and you're like,
nope.
Yeah, we're done.
Happy birthday.
I'm out. Count me out.
Don't know that guy.
All right. Hey, who's that guy? Hey, we'll talk to the new and improved Corey Glore, Scott Rogers.
There you go.
Joining us today at 4 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Jeff Charles as well. We are baseball heavy. Patrick Mason from the Daily Reflector joins us coming up in the second hour. And an old friend, the old great lefty, Jake Agnos, older brother of Zach, former Pirate ace. We will talk to him coming up at 5 o'clock. He was in Clearwater to watch some of East Carolina's championship run last week, and we'll talk to him about what he's up to today, trying to get 100% healthy and get back on the mound. But he is rooting along his brother and the Pirates. We'll catch up with Jake Agnos coming up at 5 o'clock. What do we got? Rich misses the birthday guy's calls. Man, Corey was a great one, no doubt, and really became a part of the Pirate family, that Midwesterner. What did Zach says? Looking forward to seeing Clip back in Greenville this weekend after his travels to random schools.
Yeah, I've been trying to wrap my head around that one. I'm sure there's some reference there.
He's talking about like the random basketball teams I pick or something.
Were you out at more minor league games or something?
Oh,
no. He says random schools.
But that is not a school.
That's true.
Random schools.
So I don't know what you're trying to say. But you can be a part of the show on Facebook Live or YouTube, whether your comment makes sense or not. That is the great thing about America. Say whatever the hell you want. All right, Chandler.
Yes, sir.
Who is the favorite, the betting favorite to win the Knoxville Regional?
Tennessee.
Who is the betting favorite to win the Austin Regional?
Texas.
Who is the betting favorite to win the Blacksburg Regional?
Virginia Tech.
Who is the betting favorite to win the Greenville Regional?
Virginia.
We need a dun 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 sound. Well done. Now, if you were really playing along, you would have said East Carolina, and I could have corrected you.
I kind of saw this coming.
But you're so ahead of the curve, so prepared, knew exactly what I was doing. Say it again. Who's the favorite to win the Greenville Regional?
The Virginia Cavaliers.
So, if we need a kick in the pants, a hey, relax.
A little chip on the shoulder.
A chip on the shoulder.
Bulletin board material.
Right now, East Carolina is not the favorite to win the Greenville Regional. In fact, their odds are pretty close to Coastal Carolina's. It's Virginia 1. Basically, for Virginia, you bet $10 to win 20 back, including your 10. It's even money. For East Carolina, you throw down 10, you would get like 35 back, including your 10. So Virginia is the favorite right now to win the Greenville Regional, and I like that. We've been getting a lot of pats on the back lately. I, of course, am a non-believer, as it is. And I like that Virginia is the favorite. And I don't know if Cliff or the players want to hear that or need to hear that. But it's nice. It's a nice reminder that, hey, this isn't going to be given to us. We have not locked up a super regional next weekend at Clark LeClaire Stadium. There's a lot of baseball to be played. And if things go the way the odds makers say they're going to go, it'll be the Virginia Cavaliers in the super regional because, again, they are the favorite to come away with the Greenville Regional this weekend.
Maybe the odds makers were in a coma for 2 weeks and thought that Charlottesville was going to be a regional host. Instead, it's in Greenville. And like a couple of weeks ago, maybe just last week, we were, a projection was that we would be in the Charlottesville Regional playing at Virginia. So when you added to that list of who's the favorite at so-and-so regional, and a week ago you would have said who is the favorite in the Charlottesville Regional, and it would have been Virginia. So, I don't know. Maybe Vegas thinks that the Pirates are kind of have a chance to run out of gas this weekend.
Vegas thinks Virginia played in the best baseball conference this year, and they did. They think Virginia is more battle-tested than East Carolina. That might be the case on ACC weekend series, but East Carolina played one of the toughest non-conference schedules out there, including ACC opponents. And NC State lost those games. Carolina won one of those games. Virginia Tech lost that game. Duke. So, and had success against Duke, as they always do. But there's a reason for it. It's not, you can look at it as disrespect to East Carolina. I look at it more of respect to Virginia and what they did as a baseball team this year.
I think the weird thing about it is when you look at betting lines, you almost have to look at it, the odds makers look at it as a what have you done for me lately kind of thing. And if you look at just the past two games, you got run ruled in 8 innings by Florida State, and then you got blanked against Notre Dame. So if I'm looking at just the last 2 games in the ACC tournament, I'm not excited if I'm a Virginia fan.
What about level of competition?
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to discredit Virginia, but I am saying I feel like momentum just matters a lot, especially when you run into your postseason play, and especially when East Carolina's in the midst of their second longest winning streak in program history.
I'll tell you what, if you feel good about the Pirates and you're a betting man, this is good news for you because you can get the Pirates at plus money to win the Greenville Regional.
Well, here's the bad news. You can't bet in North Carolina, so
that is bad news.
That is bad news.
But guess what? You can go to Virginia?
Yeah, sure you can.
You can drive up to Virginia, place a bet on East Carolina. Chandler, you joked earlier, maybe they think it's in Charlottesville. Hell, maybe they think it's in South Carolina.
Maybe they think it's in Greenville, South Carolina.
Maybe they don't know where the hell this regional is. So, anyway, I found that interesting. Also, while I was looking for that, couldn't find it on a particular site I was looking at, but I did see the East Carolina NC State line for football, and that line has shot up to 10, by the way, if you're curious. NC State now a 10-point favorite against East Carolina to start the football season 2022. So, something to look at there. All right, Eric Ward set to join us here in a few minutes. Any other news and notes? There was a Western Conference final hockey game last night. Avalanche and Oilers scored a lot of goals. Avalanche scored more, 8-6. Was that final coming up tonight? A huge bummer. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference final between the Rangers and the Lightning. And I'm going to try to not have it on at AJ's, but there's always a big table of these beer league hockey guys that come in, so I'm sure they'll have it on, but I want nothing to do with hockey the rest of the year. I'm not a hockey fan anymore.
Hockey season's over.
Until the Hurricanes roll back around. NBA Finals get underway on Thursday night. Celtics-Warriors Game 1 in where?
Golden State.
Okay. So, how you feeling about that, CJ?
Worried.
How did they get it? Because is it flip-flop or is it best record?
It's best record.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's the line on Game 1?
I'd have to guess. I'll say Warriors 2.5.
I'll look at what I see real quick and see 3.5 Warriors. All right, there you go. Anything else on the rundown?
We also now we have Johnny Gardner, who is our basketball guy. We have Johnny Robertson, who's our baseball
He's our stat guy.
And he is our stat to consider guy. In their last 15 AAC games, ECU has shut out its opponents in 114 of 138 innings, which is a percentage of 82.6.
Stats to consider.
How do you even find that? That's impressive.
I don't know.
Johnny has been Johnny on the spot with these baseball stats this year, and they have been very out of the ordinary stats. So thank you for that, Johnny, and hopefully that trend will continue on into this weekend. East Carolina Coppin State, 1 o'clock on Friday. Boy, that Virginia Coastal game is going to be great coming up on Friday night to see who stays in the winner's bracket.
Two former national champions in the last, 3 or 4 years.
That is correct. We'll talk about the regional and what to expect, give you all the info you need to know when we return with Eric Ward from ECU Marketing. He'll join us in the Pirate Radio studios. We are back on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Chandler. What are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facilities staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
The Wood Ducks are at Granger Stadium this upcoming week versus the Charleston River Dogs, May 31st through June 5th. If you were at the Wednesday game on the 25th, bring your ticket this Wednesday for free entry. Saturday, there will be a pregame concert, and the first 1,000 fans will receive a Hawaiian button-down shirt sponsored by Down East Homes. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Hope to see you at Granger Stadium cheering on the Wood Ducks. Go Woodies!
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ says daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio, perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock. AJ says live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover, and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's day. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Trying to find a trivia question to ask that I'm not using tonight. I'll see if I can find one real quick. Eric Ward's a trivia veteran. He joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios as East Carolina gets set for the Greenville Regional. I knew, so he started this winning streak, Eric, and it was like, all right, we're in now. We're at 3, we're at 2, we have a chance to host. But when I got that text message from you, like, hey, if we host a regional, are you in for some PA? I was like, yeah, give me Saturday, let's go. I knew when you sent that text there was a real chance.
Yeah.
But like, because it went from, we talked to Ryan Robinson yesterday, and I asked him when they put the bid in, because at the time of putting the bid in, ECU was on the outside looking in, obviously, of hosting a regional.
It almost felt like one of those things that was so obvious that it was like surprising. It's like we keep winning, you would think, oh well, we're just going to win and then play into a regional. But it's like we're all just like, is that really how easy it is? And then it works.
What a run they are on, 18 straight, and then you get the news, Eric, on Monday that not only is East Carolina hosting a regional, they are the 8th seed. Meaning, if they take care of business in the Greenville Regional, we'll have a hell of a weekend coming up next Saturday, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But first things first, let's get all the info details out there, starting with tickets. Where are we at on that right now?
So I just talked to Coleman Spain in the ticket office before I came over here. So right now we sold about 4,700 tickets.
Wow.
That number is capped somewhere around 5,000. So it is approaching, really good spot. I would highly encourage, now that's on sale to the general public, if you want to get tickets, I would definitely get the all-session tickets, because there's a possibility that there will not be individual game tickets available.
Okay, so at what point will there be individual game tickets? Like,
if we get to Thursday at 5 o'clock and we still have tickets available, then that will stop. Those will be allocated, and then on sale Friday at 9 a.m. will be when the individual tickets go on sale.
Likely a small number of those, if any at all.
Right.
All right, so that's where we are on tickets. What other information do people need to know heading to the ballpark?
Well, I know, fortunately for us, it's old hat at this point, but the biggest thing for this weekend is that we cannot do everything we normally do for a home field advantage standpoint, and so it is very important for fans to really stay engaged in the game from start to finish. Certainly, we'll do our part with what we can within the framework of what the NCAA gives us, but as it has been in previous regionals, it's a very fan-driven home field advantage.
So the slow clap build-up that you and Casey have been playing, that will not be going on. Or could you do it on both sides?
So technically, you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if Coach Godwin would like it if we were getting people to applaud, for our guys striking out or not. But it's kind of funny, because when we started this in 2017 or whatever, our whole thing was, let's try to condition people long enough over the course of the season that they just know what to do by the end. And then they do. So, I'm watching the games in Clearwater, and our fans are getting pretty rowdy down there.
Well, part of that responsibility, the fan engagement, is yours. The other, the Jungle has taken it on their own account to have their own fan engagement, and they do it if a runner reaches second base, gets in scoring position, the purple gold chant. So, I think the fans, and Eric, the loyal fans that have been there all year kind of know the routine at Clark LeClaire. And I think the fans are going to do an awesome job this weekend.
Yeah, it's probably one of the few venues in the sport where we have such a diehard, loyal fan base that kind of carries that atmosphere when even we can't do these things. So that's why, you see every year everybody's like, man, that Greenville Regional is crazy. It's like, yeah, it's what it's like every game. It's
pretty much
steroids here.
Eric, and I saw where... So it was really cool last week. Keaton Mitchell, who said he had never really watched baseball before, it became the super fan of East Carolina baseball.
That was awesome.
Somebody said, hey, and I think tagged you on it, right? Can Keaton Mitchell throw out the first pitch? Now, since this is an NCAA event, we're going to have to wait probably till next February for that to happen.
I don't think they're going to be a fan of that. So, no. We'll probably be something next year then.
Yeah, that was cool to see him jump on board, and a lot of people jumping on board this Pirate train right now, Eric. And again, it's kind of old hat for ECU, but every year is different. Every team feels special for one reason or another, and man, this one certainly is, the way they wrapped up the year.
Yeah, and I also like when you have these regionals, when you do have fan bases that actually will bring fans, because I've been a part of, now this will be my 9th regional. I've been part of 4 super regionals, and there's some of them where you're just not really close to anybody, everybody here is within driving distance. So I feel like we'll have some fans from other schools mingling, and I think that'll be pretty cool too.
No doubt. And what has been the response for those tickets? Are those like, do you have to give some of those to the schools, or do they call us? How does that work?
Each school receives an allocation of 200 tickets, and they use them however they want. Obviously, most of them are going to use part of that for player guests, families, things like that, and then sell some. But there's always a chance, and this is one thing I did want to say, there's always a chance that some tickets become available because the school might hold them until shortly before the game and say, okay, well, we got rid of XYZ, here's some more available. So that's something that in the past during these regionals we put out, hey, here's the last minute ticket return. We do have some available, if you stop by the ticket office. So there's always a chance.
Yeah, I remember I went to the ACC tournament in 1998, and it was all like people said, just wait till state loses and get your tickets. And just the flood of state fans holding up tickets after they lost. It could be a situation where people have tickets to get rid of after games. So.
Yeah, I actually have a funny story. My boss, when I was at Texas Tech, he worked at USF, and obviously they were in the Big East back then, and so the Big East tickets are extremely valuable for the basketball tournament. And he was like, man, it's the best thing ever because USF just gets eliminated, and I can sell these tickets for way more the value, and then I get a lot more money. So he's making these shady deals in the alleys of New York City. And he's like, man, I'm carrying around $50,000 in cash, just hoping I don't get mugged.
Scalpers could be out there this weekend, folks. Eric, you got some Virginia ties, right? So have you talked to any Cavalier faithful about the baseball team they'll be sending here?
Well, my dad is a pretty passionate fan. I think he's not feeling as good about it because the guy. Geloff, I think it is, the home run hitter, he's kind of cooled off a lot because for a while he was leading the country in homers, but I know UNC, for example, they had a hot start, hot finish, middle. I think Virginia's kind of gone down the whole way. Okay. So certainly talent. I mean, that's a program that's been to Omaha several times. Coastal Carolina, obviously, I mean, that team is swinging about. I think they're 18-5 in their last 23. So
yeah, kind of finishing really like East Carolina. And now we were looking at their schedule yesterday. First of all, they're in a league that's tougher than it gets credit for, but they played a lot of good non-conference teams and won some of those games. Rutgers, who was left out, beat them earlier this year, and Coastal's had a pretty impressive schedule. Coppin State has not, but we know how dangerous those 4 seeds can be.
Well, you look at the Norfolk State game last year. We had to come from behind. I think it was Thomas Francisco with a 3-run homer to take the lead in that game. I don't know. It's just one of those things that 64 teams get in. They all deserve it in some way or another. You just never know who's going to rise up in the postseason.
Bubba says, the way Tennessee played Rocky Top, we can play Purple Haze and Welcome to the Jungle, right?
There are some things that will happen this weekend. Yes.
Yeah.
And the safety dance will be played in the 5th.
Yes.
Because the safety dance is always a cool tradition at ECU baseball games in the regular season. But when it's regional time, that whole crowd, when it comes to the safety dance at the 5th, it's crazy.
And it's absolutely necessary at some point to kind of air things out a little bit.
Right.
It gets pretty steamy out there, but...
Also, it depends on what rep is there too, right?
Yep.
Some reps are by the book. You must do everything. Some are a little more lenient.
We definitely had that last year.
Yeah,
if you remember, that guy was. I think he had a pregame speech with you. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, had to go over the pregame pep talk, and don't bet on it, folks.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe our secondary rep this year is Coach Scaff from UNCW.
Oh, okay,
former longtime head coach.
Yeah.
I think he is actually one of the two coming here this time.
So is that Coach O's duty?
Yes.
What is he? Okay,
Yeah.
so poor Coach O, talked to him yesterday, wanted to get him on the show. He said, Clip, they're sending me out to Oregon State. I was like, damn, man.
Dude, Coach O.
You got some respect here.
I mean, this guy's living out of a suitcase for 5 weeks here because you think, he goes to Clearwater.
Yeah.
And then he goes to, whatever. They try to put him in one of the ones that's probably going to win because he's one of the most senior ones that does that. And I think he's been doing it for almost 20 years now. And so when I was at Texas Tech, he actually came there. That's where I met Coach O.
Oh, wow.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they're sending him to Oregon, and then he's, I guess, going to go to Omaha after that, I would assume. So that man just lives out of a suitcase for the month of June.
And if he tells me, no, I can't do a radio spot, I know it's serious because he's very accommodating. Yeah. But he was like, Clip, they got me going all over the place. So.
Well, I watched him walk out of scales yesterday. He had a binder that was about this big.
Oh, my gosh.
But he loves it. He loves baseball, and it is that time of the year. Eric, where'd you watch the selection show Monday? I didn't see you at Town Bank Tower.
Yeah, I actually I had a pretty busy weekend. My birthday was Sunday, so we did some
Happy
stuff
belated.
for that.
Happy late birthday.
We already sang Happy Birthday today, so we're not going to sing it.
I'm not a big Happy Birthday song guy, so I appreciate that.
CJ wouldn't sing it to you anyway because he doesn't know you that well.
Well,
right? You don't know Eric that well. You wouldn't sing to him.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was one of our interns.
What are you on? Eric, do you want to host the show for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, you want to do that? That'd be awesome.
But no, I actually was watching that while I was walking my son in his stroller. I was trying to get out there early before it was too hot. And when the screen flashed, I'm sitting there looking at my phone. I was like, maybe it's not that big. When it said, here are the top 8, and I'm like, that's
us.
Ryder Giles right there. And then,
And they kind of threw it on us.
I know, very anticlimactic.
It was.
Like normally they have the big reveal and then the numbers, and so I was like, I must have seen that wrong. There's no way. And then sure enough, got to number 8.
What if they made a mistake, but at that point they were like, we already put it up there. We got to roll with it.
Got to rewrite the bracket.
Who put ECU up there?
I mean, even Cliff Godwin said he had to make sure the wires in his brain were functioning correctly. Like, am I looking at what I think I'm seeing?
I just was not used to it being like, here's the 8. Celebrate now, I guess.
Right.
And that was just kind of surprising. But
Eric Ward joining us in the Pirate Radio Studios. How is fatherhood going for you?
going well. Little guy had daycare last week for the first time, so he's adjusting to that. You know, it's
Busy
funny.
time.
Every time I walk in, all the kids are screaming. He's just sitting there looking. So
chilling.
He's a chilling baby, you know.
Good to know. Eric, anything else we need to know about this weekend?
Just reiterate once again, if you want to make sure you have tickets, please go ahead and get your all-session tickets. There's just, there's not going to be a guarantee of individual games. Just bring the noise. Hydrate.
My buddy has sent me a text. He said he's going to give me some money to get some gear. So I guess some official, super regional gear. They'll have concessions.
Yeah, usually they send a pretty small number because the way it works is for us to be able to sell our merchandise, we have to sell the NCAA stuff first. So typically, Dowdy will do that where they'll go ahead and sell whatever they give us.
So they'll just have Greenville regional.
I don't know if they actually make any. They used to make regional specific shirts. Now they just have one for the whole tournament. At least that's how it was last year.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what they have to offer. All right. Any other questions for Eric? You know him well. You got any questions? No, you good?
My biggest one was the safety dance, which I know that was in the past, but that was a good question by Bubba. So
well, and I'm sure I understand Casey's been playing something a little bit different here in the 9th inning.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm imagining that'll probably continue this weekend. So.
Keep that rolling. Also, do you remember, Eric, the home and away? How is that determined in these things?
Yeah. It's the most ridiculous setup. I mean, I would never understand why this isn't just you go by your seed and then that's the home team. But so obviously we're the home team in game 1.
And then I guess the 2 seed will be home in game 1 Friday
Correct.
night.
So the day 1 is always the highest seed.
Correct.
When it gets to day 2, if you are both the home team and both the visiting team, so if it goes chalk, then it's a coin flip.
Yeah.
And then it gets into this whole bag of who's been away more than who's been home.
My
if they
goodness.
played each
Oh,
other, who
gosh.
was home. So there's actually a chance that you can play 5 games in a regional and be the visiting team 4 times.
My gosh.
Depending on how the matchup
Even if you're the host.
Right.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
We got to get that one fixed. All right, Eric, good stuff, man. Thanks for joining us. And I don't know if we missed anything. We'll get you on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you out here tonight, I guess.
AJ's,
baby.
Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. We'll be throwing out some trivia questions to Eric Ward and company. Appreciate it, Eric. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live. Back with you on a Wednesday after these words.
Hey, Birdland, watch the O's take on the Cleveland Guardians Friday, June 3rd through 5th. Kick off your weekend with an Adley Rutschman Welcome to the Show t-shirt. Plus, stay after the game for Friday fireworks. Then, get to the yard early on Saturday when the first 15,000 fans 15 and over will receive a This is Birdland t-shirt presented by Baltimore area Chick-fil-A restaurants. Finally, on Sunday, Kids Run the Bases presented by Wise Markets. Spend your weekend watching Orioles baseball. Purchase your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
For dine-in or to-go, Familia is your favorite place for great Italian food and more. Familia has just launched a new menu featuring new pizzas like the Sweet and Spicy and the Southwest Chicken. Every Sunday, you can feed the whole family with a buy one, get the second pizza half-price special all day. If you need to unwind after work during the week, stop by Wednesday for half-price wine, and Thursdays, all drafts are only $2. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, there will be no quarter, ever, from ECU football. Go Pirates!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Sorry, I was eating a piece of popcorn and it got stuck. Okay, let's try that again. Welcome back to the show. Wings Over Greenville is your tailgating headquarters for the Greenville Regional this weekend. If you're in the jungle and don't feel like firing up the grill, let Wings Over take care of your tailgate spread. While you're ordering for your jungle crew, be sure to check out all the new tender sandwiches, or you can order a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Give them a call at 758-9464 to place your order. Wings Over Greenville, your Greenville Regional tailgating headquarters. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Saw a headline that said popcorn supply will be tight at theaters this summer, and now we know why. Shirley is eating it all day, every day.
Sorry.
Popcorn's tricky too because you get those ancillary pieces off of it. They can get in the throatle or the
It gets caught.
teeth everywhere.
Is it the popcorn from the back?
Yeah.
Is it still good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's been there a while.
Well, it's not even a week, but like, how long does it take for popcorn to like?
It depends. It depends on how it's made.
Chandler wants you to say thank you because he brought that popcorn.
Yes,
That's
thank you,
right.
Chandler.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing. It cost me $40, but no, I'm just kidding. It didn't actually.
If you could bring some more, that'd be great. And
we also need to talk about
trying to make this this business a potential client. But,
Okay. I want the like the Crunch and Munch Cracker Jack.
Yeah, I can work that out.
And then I want to put some of Bo's peanuts in there and have my own Cracker Jack.
Bo's nuts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what I want to happen, but you can't always give
Bo's
it.
nuts goes good with everything.
Everything. All right. So thanks to Eric Ward for joining us. Saw some folks. ECU Jungle was asking where I saw those odds, and I saw a lot of people have chimed in. So here's one particular one that now has Virginia actually as minus 15 to win it. So even a bigger favorite than I saw previously. The one I was looking at had Virginia at even, and then East Carolina and Coastal Carolina were pretty similar. And of course, Coppin State is in this particular case, you can bet $10 to win 1,000 on Coppin State. So if you want to be a thousandaire, you can throw a little on the Eagles.
Mike P says on Facebook, instead of "Welcome to the Jungle," they should play Clip's AAF song.
It's the Alliance of American Football. That's our new pump up song.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be some slight differences at Clark LeClaire, but man, it's going to be fun. And like Eric said, the crowd's going to take over. We don't even need fan engagement marketing and all the slow claps and stuff come regional time. People be
it has been the atmosphere in these Greenville regionals for the past 4 years have been just absolutely unbelievable, and the guys out there in the jungle and with the megaphone crew do a great job of what you mentioned earlier of, you know, when guys are in scoring position, getting the crowd into the purple gold chant, and I'm sure that will be in effect this weekend.
I think the coolest thing is a lot of times when you have prolonged success like ECU baseball has, eventually people start to like not take advantage of it anymore, and they kind of just blow it off. Oh, I'll go to the next game or whatever, and then the next game never comes. But every time a regional rolls around, you see the crowds pile in. They all have high energy, and it's really great to see.
Yeah, I mean, you get very spoiled in sports, and I think about this pro, but like being a Braves fan as a kid, I'm honest when I say that. Like, I stopped caring about the regular season because you knew they were going to win their division, be in the playoffs, and you totally take it for granted. And that hopefully is not going to happen with this ECU team. I don't think we're going to have anybody saying, well, we're going to win the regional. I'll worry about this next weekend, the super regional. That's not a given. Friday is not a given against Coppin State. So lock in and be ready to go coming up Friday at 1 o'clock. Before we get to my one-on-one with Ryder Giles from Monday, Shirley, let's play a few more Cliff cuts that we didn't get to, including cut number 2, where he was asked how regional experience helps him out in this case.
Well, you've just been through it before. You know how to navigate it through your players. You know, the players got to get all the ticket stuff out of the way early. You know, we got to get back to work tomorrow and just continue to do what we've done, not just during the winning streak, but what we've done the entire year. And like Ben said, you know, the work starts in the summer and then in the fall, and that's really the toughest point in time. And this team's tough. I mean, look, it's been tested in several different ways, some publicly, some not publicly, and that's allowed them to be able to survive, you know, what we've had to go through this year.
All right, we are at Wednesday now, so we're pretty far removed from this question, but I asked Cliff Godwin what the schedule was going to be like between Monday and Friday, and here was his answer. This is cut 4.
Yeah, so today they don't have any obligations. Want them to get off their feet and just kind of sit back and relax, get some rest, and then tomorrow we'll have breakfast, we'll lift weights, and then we'll have a short practice, and then Wednesday will be a little bit similar schedule but with a longer practice, and we'll have some guys that haven't pitched, throw to some of the hitters that haven't had as many live at bats, and probably play live defense with our normal guys that are out there. And then Thursday's the NCAA short practice. I think it's an hour and 15 minutes, and everybody making sure that we don't get on the field too early and don't stay a second late and stuff. So that's always fun.
And we hope to have some audio for you, not just from East Carolina, but also from Virginia, Coastal Carolina, and Coppin State on Thursday. We'll certainly have video of that on our social media sites, but once we get those times and when we can talk to those coaches and maybe some select players, we'll have that for you. So make sure you're locked in to Instagram, to Facebook, Twitter, everywhere we are, and we'll have the videos in full on YouTube. This is an interesting team that does not have an ace. They go a lot of different ways when it comes to pitching, and Cliff Godwin talked about the starting pitching situation for the regional as Igo was asking him about that. This is cut 5.
Does it matter? Does it matter? You guys don't have to go, oh my God, you're not starting your Friday night starter in game 1. Yeah, I mean, we have a multitude of guys that we can go out there and have a lot of confidence in. And, Josh Groves has been really good for the past month, and just been really happy of how he stayed the course when, he got punched in the mouth pretty hard there in the middle of the season. So a lot of our guys have stepped up, but I probably won't give you guys a starter until probably maybe Thursday. So stop asking that question.
I thought it was very interesting him bringing up Josh Groves after that answer. But yeah, quit asking him.
Quit asking. He'll give it to us when he is ready. Before we get to the Rider one-on-one, Shirley, I did ask Jacob Jenkins-Cowart about his spike and wanted to get his comments on that. So here is the all-conference tournament player, the freshman, Jacob Jenkins-Cowart. Asked him about his spike after his diving catch.
So I actually got that one from Ben. There was a big strikeout earlier in the year, and he spiked it. So I thought it would be cool. And then on the replay, it just kind of looked like I accidentally threw it in the ground.
Your teammates have talked about how you have the happy-go-lucky personality, always keeping things light. How much fun are you having playing baseball here at ECU?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a dream come true just to be able to have this opportunity. It's not like it's a job, it is in some points, but it's a game, so I take it serious. I mean, like as all of us do, but at the same time, I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't fun to me.
All right, there is Jacob Jenkins-Cowart.
So I thought it was interesting when he said he got it from Ben Newton. Ben Newton actually does it. You can't see it, but it's off the air or off the screen. After that big throw from Bryson Worrell in that game against South Florida, yeah. He spikes it right into the ground after he tags the guy out. So I thought that was pretty funny. I thought he got it. I thought Ben Newton got that from JJC. Instead, he gets it from Ben Newton. He said it would actually happened earlier in the season. So I thought it was hilarious when he spiked that ball like Gronk.
I thought originally he was talking about Ben Terwilliger because after we've seen him like say a few things to Campbell and make some gestures. So I thought he was talking about a pitcher, but no, yeah, he was talking about Ben Newton on the spike there. Yeah. And Jacob Jenkins-Cowart didn't think he looked as cool as Ben Newton doing it, but he gave it a shot. Ryder Giles, I was able to catch up with him one-on-one on Monday, and we've talked about the selflessness from him, and boy, really gave East Carolina some big appearances, big innings this year. Talked to Ryder after the announcement was made on Monday. Let's hear that right now.
All right, here with Ryder Giles. Ryder, congratulations on everything, I guess. What a remarkable run you guys are on, and it ends with a regular season championship, a conference tournament championship. Now you see you're the 8th national seed. I mean, what's going through your head right now?
I don't know. A lot of excitement. You can kind of feel the excitement in the room just being here and kind of soaking everything in. And I think it's just a testament to the hard work we've put in. And, guys staying the course and not losing faith in what we had going. And, just goes to show that whenever you buy into, being a team and all that stuff, and good things can happen. And just a lot of excitement.
You have all these goals, and they're on the field, their classroom, their community service, and it's everything. But top 8 national seed, you control your own destiny. If you win your regional, you host the super regional. You know, is that on that goal list? Do you guys talk about that off season, during the season?
Yeah, it is. Hosting a regional and hosting a super regional are both one of our stepping stones towards winning a national championship, which is the ultimate goal. And it's something that hasn't happened in Greenville in a while, and it's just really cool. I mean, if you had told us 2 months ago when we were 14 and 13 that we were going to be the 8th national seed, nobody would have believed you. But I don't know. It's just kind of crazy.
Well, I believed in you.
No, you didn't. You did. Me and my roommate Carter Spivey actually got into a pretty heated argument about a month and a half ago. We were sitting there in the living room, and I was like, we can win out and win the conference, win the tournament, and we'll probably host. And he's like, Spivey thinking he knows everything. He's like, dude, it's not possible. That's not possible. So. Suck it, Spivey.
Ryder, and really, you guys take it one practice at a time, one at bat, one pitch at a time, one day at a time. So this long win streak you're on, 18 in a row now, it's almost like how do you keep it going? But for you guys, it really is like just win tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Is that the mindset?
Yeah, I think, when you're kind of in the day-to-day, you don't really realize that it's 18 games in a row. You're just, you're trying to win the first inning. One thing we've kind of started talking about this year is breaking each game up into three inning games, and trying to win 2 out of the 3 of them. And usually when you do that, you got a pretty good chance of winning. And I think that's something that's helped us a lot. Just kind of break it, because 9-inning game. I mean, sometimes it can be 4 hours. Like it's a lot. So if you think about winning the 3 innings, usually you're gonna have a pretty good shot at winning. So.
And mention, first team all conference. You can tell that to your kids and grandkids one day. And you got a cool strikeout highlight on the ECU package on ESPN. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I was not expecting that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very cool.
Ryder, appreciate you joining us all year long, man. And good luck to you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, there is Ryder Giles, utility, shortstop, pitcher, whatever you need from him, and enjoyed talking to him inside the Delcor Players Lounge all season long, and was able to catch up with him on Monday.
I thought it was funny when he quickly jumped on you when you tried to say that you were on board the whole time.
Yeah, Carter Spivey and I, non-believers and he was the AAC pitcher.
I thought that was an interesting.
So I don't feel as bad knowing that Carter didn't think there was a chance for them to host at some point this season, but. Good thing that Ryder and the team kept going out to practice and going out to play every game, because here they are.
And we talked about it each and every week. This team comes in here, whether it's after a sweep that they've had against Bryant, or winning the conference championship. I mean, the attitude stays the same, the focus, the mindset stays the same.
Right.
And I kind of think that kind of summarizes this 18-game winning streak for this ball club.
All right, tell you what, let's take a break. By the way, man, I'm getting some shrapnel here. Our 5 o'clock guest, Jake Agnos, is not happy.
That is a strange picture.
With the picture Pirate Radio is using. I guess we need to talk to Glenn.
He looks like he's in the midst of becoming the Hulk.
I told Jake that it looked like we put him through an age filter.
Yes!
He looks like he's 85 years old.
He does!
And people are talking about it, and now
look at him.
He's pissed off at me.
He looks like he should play like Bruce Banner and be the Hulk.
All right, so
he's not even wearing a baseball cap.
We got to get a better picture of Jake out there, or he'll never come on the show again. Jake Agnos joins us at 5. Before we get there, we'll talk to Scooter, Scott Rogers at 4 o'clock, Patrick Mason also, Jeff Charles, all of that and more on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Back after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the black conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
This is Dr. McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we believe that your money should work hard for you. Do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, we've enjoyed talking Pirate baseball all season long with the play-by-play voice of the baseball Pirates, Scott Rogers, and that continues on in the postseason as Scooter joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line to get you ready for the Greenville Regional. Scott, thanks for joining us today. How you doing, man?
Doing good, Cliff. How about you?
Doing great. 18 wins you have called in a row, Scooter, and it never gets old saying the Pirates win. And how about the week last week in Clearwater? 4 more wins for East Carolina to hoist the trophy on Sunday. How was that trip for you?
It was a fun trip. Obviously, with the success on the field, it was really fun. And, you look at that tournament overall, and other than the first couple innings against Tulane, the Pirates really just ran through the games that they had in Clearwater. And I think that's what made, really put an emphasis on how good the East Carolina team is and how they, other than the Tulane series earlier in the year, pretty much just ran through the American Conference this season, and obviously it keeps them hot heading into the postseason as well.
Jacob Jenkins-Coward, the MVP of that tournament, a little vindication for him after not receiving any awards during the regular season. And that's something we complain about, Scott, as fans, as observers. Was there anything, did you get anything from Jacob where he was upset about it? Did he say anything after the fact of, well, here we go, I got my award, or did he not really care? Is he just out there playing baseball,
I didn't really get a sense from either of them that any of them even cared that they won a title anyway. The guys that were all conference members, as Cliff Godwin says, he treats them as team awards because it shows how well the team does, and it affects everybody that got the individual awards. But I didn't really get in a sense that JC was upset or not happy or anything like that, that he didn't get the award.
Yeah, but it was great for him. Brian Bailey joined us Tuesday, said, I don't know how Zach Agnos didn't get it with the way he hit. But then again, Scooter, that just tells you that these Pirates are putting it together when you have multiple guys that could receive awards and some good hitting performances. Even we talked about Josh Moylan doing well last week in Clearwater. So everything coming together here towards the end of the year. This is a good time to get hot, and the Pirates are the hottest team in the country.
Absolutely. You mentioned everybody that's been hitting the ball so well, and everybody knows Josh Moylan has had, a tough year at the plate. But for him to start getting hot right now, you add that in, the way that Zach Agnos is hitting the ball right now, the way Jenkins-Coward's hitting the ball right now. We're not even talking about how well East Carolina has been pitching the ball as of lately either. And so once really everything started to come together a couple weeks ago, it showed what this East Carolina club can do.
Sky Rogers joining us. Scooter, Cliff won't tell us, so we'll let you tell us. You're in all the important meetings. Who's starting on Friday?
That's a good question. It'll be, I don't know who it will be. I think it's going to be interesting to see who the Pirates throw. In some of these cases, you see a lot of teams, try to save some of their better arms and have them for Saturday when you're playing someone like a 4 seed. But in a year like this, I don't know if Cliff Godwin wants to take any chances. It's hard to do. It's a hard decision to make. But it's going to be interesting to see, and obviously Cliff Godwin knows a whole lot more about pitching matchups than a lot of us do, so I will trust whatever he does, definitely.
Scooter, this is your first year doing this. You're still a young man, but at what point are you going to start answering questions like Cliff and just say, Cliff, that is a stupid question, and you ask me every week, and I wish you'd stop. At what point are you going to become old and bitter and answer questions like that?
Well, apparently everybody thinks I'm like 28, 30 years old, so it might be soon.
Well, that's
rightfully so.
That's your fault. You've been around and just everywhere since you were 12 or 14 or whatever, so it just feels like you're older.
Well, if you catch me on a bad day at Elm Street Park, some of those little leagues, the wrath of Scooter on a bad day.
Oh, wow, okay.
Scooter, you've done a great job all year long on the call for ECU baseball. You have improved over the season. There's been a time where maybe you thought, well, I won't be on the call in the postseason. Looks like the Pirates will miss that on the postseason this year. Then there was a time where maybe you thought that, well, I'll be able to call some postseason baseball for ECU. It'll be on the road. Then you thought, well, I might be getting the call at home as ECU hosts a regional. Now you're sitting here and you have the potential of calling back-to-back weekends of postseason baseball in Greenville. How excited are you in your first season to be able to do so?
Very excited, and I will say, sarcastically, the best part about this is I get to sleep in my own bed this weekend, but with no travel. But, it's very exciting. And growing up a fan of East Carolina, we've waited so long to get a top 8 seed and to have this chance to have postseason baseball in a super regional in Greenville next weekend is just an unbelievable feeling. But obviously you got to get through this weekend, and everybody knows how special it is. This will be my first time watching some postseason baseball up in the booth instead of in the jungle. So it's going to be a different view for me, but it's one that's very exciting to be able to have, and I can't wait to bring Pirate Nation, the Greenville Regional, over the airwaves this weekend.
And I guess you'll be solo. They're sending your cohort all the way out to Corvallis, Oregon. So Coach O hitting the train today. He's got the stick with the little bag on the end, like on the train. But Scooter, you've done that on the road before this year, so you're prepared for that, right?
I am. It's going to be different calling at home with nobody.
Yeah.
Just like I said, done it on the road this season, and it's definitely hard calling a game by yourself, especially baseball. But it's a fun challenge to be able to have, and can't wait to do it again this weekend.
Scooter, have you had a chance to look at the other teams in this regional? We talked about it earlier. Virginia is actually the betting favorite to win the Greenville Regional. You've also got Coastal Carolina, who finished out the season hot. Coppin State, the first opponent on Friday. So we'll run them down real quick. Anything on Coppin State that stands out when you look at them?
The main person that stands out on Coppin State is a two-way player in Jordan Hamburg. He is actually a finalist for two-way player of the year in college baseball, one of Coppin State's best hitters and also one of their top pitchers. And I believe that he's actually been throwing on Sundays this season, even though he's got the best numbers of their starters. So it'll be interesting, I think, to see what Coppin State does pitching-wise against the Pirates. The Virginia Cavaliers, the team that was very hot at the beginning of the season and kind of cooled down as the season went along. And that was a team that, a lot of Pirate fans, and including myself, thought that could have been a possible regional destination for the Pirates postseason. But because of their finish in the ACC tournament last weekend, that kind of put them out of the hosting ranks. And in Coastal Carolina, like you said, a hot team towards the end of the year as well. And, one thing that's really cool, I think, about Virginia and Coastal coming to Greenville is that's two Omaha tradition-rich programs that come to Greenville, and just to be able to see that caliber of baseball is going to be fun.
Scott Rogers joining us. He is happy to be staying in his own bed for the regional because travel, you never know, right? It's unpredictable. So, Scooter, we hadn't really told this story much on the air this week. We've been focused on the winning and everything, but the travel back from Clearwater to get to Greenville was easier for some than others, and you were on the others part of that, right? You had a rough one. So tell us about getting back to Greenville and when you got back and everything that went down there.
Yeah, it was a interesting trip back to Greenville on Sunday night. We flew from Tampa the team had 4 different flights just because of how it worked with booking the flights and everything. But I was on a flight with about 15 or 20 others heading from Tampa to Charlotte, and we were connecting from Charlotte to RDU, and then we would bus back to Greenville from there. But our flight from Charlotte to RDU got canceled, and we were already on the plane and everything once it got canceled. The reason is they only had one pilot for the flight. Not sure what happened with the co-pilot, if he disappeared or just didn't show up or whatever. But flight was canceled, and so we were in a scramble trying to rebook. Didn't have anything available for a couple of days. Didn't have a lot of hotel rooms available, so we rented a Toyota 4Runner, a CRV, and a Dodge van, and we booked it from Charlotte to Greenville starting at about 2 o'clock Monday morning and in the Clark Claire about 5:15 a.m.
Wow.
It was coming up when we pulled into the stadium.
Who were some notables on that ride with you on the team?
It was an interesting trip, that's for sure. It was I had Josh Moylan on DJ on my trip, so that was a fun one. And we did not have we had an older style minivan, so we didn't have an aux cord. We were jumping back and forth from XM radio channels trying to figure out what to listen to. Josh definitely found some bangers for us to listen to on the way back.
And that is some precious cargo. So only the most trusted people drove back from Charlotte to Greenville. So, Scooter, who was driving the vehicle you were in?
That would have been me. I had Ben Terwilliger, Josh Moylan, Caven Chris, who's a manager, Ryan McChrystal,
Yeah.
Beaker, and Jacob Jenkins-Coward.
So you better, if you see Scooter, give him a thank you for all he's done this year, but also getting your Pirates home safely. I mean, that's some pressure right there, Scooter.
And you're the same age as those guys.
Ben Terwilliger's like 8 years older than me.
Exactly. Look, he thought I was 30 years old, and I had to show him my ID to prove that I was younger than him.
The dad of the trip, Scooter. Did you have to tell those kids in the back to be quiet, or you were going to pull over?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Blake Cartergree was in the vehicle behind me, so if I had any trouble, I was just going to call Blake.
Man, hey, I tell you what, Scooter, we can laugh about that now. If you guys had lost and this thing had not gone the Pirates' way, that trip could have had a much different tone, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Scooter, good stuff, man. A lot of ball games to call this weekend, so keep up the great work. Thanks for joining us all season long. Really enjoyed our chats on Wednesdays, and we will talk to you at least one more time this season. We'll see if we can get in touch with you next week.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on. Always pleasing, Cliff.
Thanks, buddy. There's Scott Rogers, Scooter, joining us today. How about that, Chandler? They are trapped at the airport. Now, they're happy. They're okay, we're back in our home state.
Yeah.
But you know this, going to Panthers games, and like Charlotte, it might as well be in a state or two over.
That is a trek there, and to do it in the middle of the night after playing baseball, not just for the day and winning a conference championship. Thank goodness you played all week. Those guys are tired. They're ready to get back and recuperate for this regional, and they're having to drive 4.5 hours from Charlotte because of some cancellations in flights. But like you said, maybe it helped out that the Pirates were victorious down in Clearwater and conference, not just regular season champs, but conference tournament champs as well.
Just another chapter in Igo's book that he's going to write if this team makes it to Omaha.
There you go.
I mean, we'll do like an audio 30 for 30 or something.
I would be down to do that.
And I mean, we should go back to some of our conversations. I know that I've been pointed at a lot for being a non-believer because I said East Carolina would not make it to the tournament as an at-large, which, by the way, they didn't. They made it as an automatic qualifier, so I was kind of right. But I did doubt this team.
You know what I like about you, Clip?
What's that?
And I admire you, and that is true. That is the truth. I look up to you as a big brother. You own that you were wrong.
You might as well.
Yeah,
I mean, if not,
but there's people out there that do not want to admit that they were wrong.
And that's kind of what I was getting to. Like, there's a million tweets and posts and all kinds of stuff we can point to of doubters.
You have said I have been a non-believer. You have been called out by the head ball coach here.
Yeah, I mean, why denied at that point?
Right. So, I mean, I just want to, say.
And you know what, Chandler? I've had a lot of experience in it. When you're as wrong as much as I am, you kind of gotta
get to the point where you just have to accept it.
Yep, accept being wrong and being a failure.
And you're the man for that.
Thank you.
You know what, Clip?
What's that, Coach?
You're the man.
Why is that?
Because you admit you're wrong, and also this. In so doing, you're a pirate.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. Let's take a break. We'll come back expecting the arrival of Patrick Mason coming up later on this hour, and a lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Greenville Regional begins on Friday. We're fired up. We'll be here Friday. More on that when we return after this. Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Pepper, oh no they didn't! Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen!
Hey Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
The 80s and 90s were filled with obnoxiously loud styles. Dudes wore crop tops and super high shorts and rocked it with the confidence of 10,000 Sean Connerys and Tom Sellecks combined. And at Tailgate Classics, their mission is to bring that energy back. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Cam Higley, Tailgate Classics has a unique line of vintage and retro tees, polos, jerseys, hats, and more. Go by the store today at 304 Evans Street in Greenville and check out their website at shoptailgateclassics.com.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. The real estate market is extremely competitive right now. The importance of being pre-qualified is absolute must before you begin shopping for a new home. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that fit most financial situations. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Patrick Mason going to join us here in just a moment. Let's take a look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Are the Mets going to run away with the NL East? 34-17. They blanked Chandler's Nationals today. 5-0 that final. Other scores today, Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Guardians beat the Royals 4-0, and it was the Cardinals over the Padres 5-2. Games going on right now. Marlins blanking the Rockies 5-0 after 4 innings. It is the Astros and A's just underway, and the Braves do have a 2-0 lead over the Diamondbacks. And Michael Harris recently called up with a RBI double. Might be his first RBI since joining the team over the weekend, and I will flip that on right now. Atlanta blew one last night, Kenley Jansen, and the Braves ended up losing in the 10th inning to the Diamondbacks. Those scores going on right now on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Coming up tonight, Lightning Rangers. I would be talking a lot more about this series if it was Carolina, and by a lot more, I mean just any more at all. But I am out on hockey until next year.
All right. Sounds good.
Did you ever you were in?
Yeah.
You were excited?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm done now.
We could have been watching Canes Game 1 tonight.
You said it yesterday, I believe.
8 o'clock.
As we were leaving the studio, man, how great would that be? Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, AJ McMurphy's right at kickoff time for trivia. Watching hockey. Not just hockey, but Hurricanes Eastern Conference Finals hockey.
And I said it just like you just said it, with all the stutters and everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you remembered it like that.
Yep. I'm really good at that stuff. Patrick Mason's here, buddy.
Hey, Patrick Mason's here. Hey, Patrick.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
P. Mace.
Hockey guy?
Yeah, a little bit. I got really big into it when the Blackhawks were good, when I was living back home.
Did you watch last night at all? 8-6?
Yeah.
Avalanche over the Oilers?
I saw a little bit of that. But
I watched none of it.
Yeah. I did catch a little bit, though.
When I'm out, I'm out.
Hockey's very regional.
Yeah, we're done talking about hockey now.
I will be checking out tomorrow night. What's that? Probably 9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock tip-off. Celtics and Warriors game 1. Who you got there, Chandler?
I'm going to go...
It's hard to count out this Boston team, even though the Warriors are favorites to not only win game 1, but win the series.
Man, don't you wish you took the Warriors?
I know. I'm kicking myself. It was right there in front of me. Could have had a nice number on the future. The night of Kansas winning the NCAA championship, I had hit a future on the Rams and the Jayhawks, and somebody tweeted, probably sarcastically, but they were like, hey, what's your future pick for the NBA? And I looked at it, and I was looking at somewhat longer odds, and I saw that the Warriors and Sixers were plus 100, and I was just going to take one on each side, and I didn't for some odd reason.
Yeah.
And now I sit here in regret.
I think it's going to be a situation a lot like the Hurricanes. I know we're done with hockey, but whoever wins that first road game is going to win the series. I feel like it's going to be back and forth.
I disagree, because I think they split at Golden State, but Golden State still wins the series.
Okay.
You think if Boston?
Do you think Boston wins tonight, or you think they win the next game?
Well, they definitely don't win tonight because they don't play.
Or not tonight.
But I'm going to say game 2.
Okay.
I'd take the Warriors in the series, though. Patrick, as our basketball expert, who do you got?
I got to go Warriors. Yeah. It's hard to pick against Steph Curry.
Yeah.
You got Klay Thompson back,
just all that
Draymond Green.
It feels like, I don't know. What do you think, CJ, about all the talk about the Warriors have been there, the Celtics haven't? Is that a factor?
I think it's reasonable, especially because the guys who have all this experience just so happen to be the core of the team. And because
it's not like Udonis Haslem on the bench.
Because they played so many of these games together, that I think that matters a lot. I would pick the Warriors in 7.
I had a Celtics homer last Wednesday at AJ's telling me Celtics are going to beat the Heat, and then they're going to dominate the Warriors because the Warriors have nobody inside.
Now, I definitely don't expect them to dominate.
This guy was hammered, by the way. So I don't know if I'm asking you, is he accurate in saying that?
Dominating, no, but they will have an advantage in the paint because Kevon Looney he's not going to get it done. But I think,
is it weird that? And who are we talking about getting it done for Boston? Al Horford?
No, Robert Williams.
But Horford is a thing in 2022.
Yeah,
that is remarkable.
Yes, absolutely. It was a career rejuvenation with him rejoining the Celtics. There's one team since Steve Kerr started coaching the Warriors that has a winning record against the Warriors, and that is the Celtics. And a big part of that is Steph Curry just cannot shake Marcus Smart. There's just something about Marcus Smart guarding Steph Curry that gives him fits. And I think because of that, Marcus Smart is the X factor in this series.
I love Marcus Smart. I think my favorite Celtic, though, currently is Grant Williams.
Yeah.
I just like those undersized guys that find their niche in the league and kind of does a little bit of everything.
3-and-D kind of guys who play above their size.
Yeah. Like, does nothing great, but does everything kind of good. And hustle. I like that guy. All right, there's enough basketball and hockey talk. We'll get back to the baseball talk when we return with Patrick Mason, Daily Reflector. He joins us here to talk Pirates Greenville Regional. We will talk about it all when we return on Pirate Radio Live after these words.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Volleyball players need to be able to jump higher, dig lower, and move faster. Our athletic movement program at Kinetic this summer is just for volleyball players at ages 13 to 17. It's a 6-week program starting June 13th where you will learn the secrets on how to be more explosive, how to get the ball faster, and how to serve with power. Team up with our sports performance coaches and other players to sharpen your athletic ability and take your game to the next level. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit qualityequip.com.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the Hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you. Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Coming up, hour 3. Looking forward to talking to Jake Agnos, former East Carolina lefty. Was able to watch his brother win a championship last week in Clearwater, Florida. Jake, a part of the Yankees organization, still trying to get healthy and get back on the mound. But always great when we catch up with Jake. We'll do that coming up at 5 o'clock. Also, Jeff Charles coming up in hour 3. Right now, Patrick Mason joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios from the Daily Reflector, as he'll be on hand this weekend to follow it all and see what happens in the Greenville Regional. Patrick, I asked you a leading question on Monday during the selection show and said, did you feel like you were covering the 8th best team in the country all year this year? And you answered honestly, no. And I would agree with that. It never really felt that way. It just kind of shows you the run they've been on of late, and now we feel like we're starting to watch the 8th best team in the country, but there were a lot of weekends, a lot of midweeks we were out there where that wasn't the case.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And I think it took them a while to get to this point, to start playing like this point, because they were, around a 500 team 7-8 games into the year. And I think it just took a while to find out everyone's got to get their role in. Everyone's got to figure out where they're pitching, how they're being used. I think they got the lineup solidified. I don't think that's really changed too much. And while the beginning of the year, they were flipping around leadoff guys.
Yeah.
Just a lot of moving pieces early on. And I think once they kind of figured out who they are, we saw a different team.
They're going to be one of the most unique hosts, if not the most unique host, when it comes to pitching and what they decide to do with the pitching this weekend, because we've seen a lot of different combinations there. We've seen openers. We've seen, all right, CJ, 1 inning at a time, and he goes 9 no-hit innings. So it's a grab bag. You don't know what you're going to get, but I am anxious to see. Don't ask Cliff about it, by the way. He'll let you know when he's ready. But anxious to see what the Pirates do pitching-wise beginning Friday at 1 o'clock.
And a lot of this pitching, too, I think, for Cliffs and even Austin Knight, you really got to be watching this game, too, because they've done a great job lately of just saying, all right, this is it for this guy, and let's go to the pen, versus, hey, he's got another inning or two.
Yeah.
And, it's really just kind of a watch and see kind of thing.
Yeah, they're coaching in the moment. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's worked. It has certainly worked, and we've had a lot of heroes on the mound. So Igo yesterday said if it was him, he'd do the best he could to get to Saturday with Spivey, Mayhew, and Saylor, not pitching on Friday. That's perfect world stuff.
Yeah.
But how about you on Friday? Like, what do you think we end up seeing?
I don't know. From my perspective, just you gotta win. You gotta win these games. So it's hard just to say, all right, we're gonna win and we can, throw our guys. But it's also fair to say that you can win with who you have. If you want to save those guys, you certainly can try to. But I think Coach was saying on Monday that they were losing to Norfolk State last year, right?
Yep.
They needed some
lost to Quinnipiac a couple of regionals ago in the first game.
Yeah, so I think it's hard to overlook anything. If you got to throw Mayhew to start it off, that'd be great. You got plenty of guys to go the rest of the weekend. I think that's the way you got to go. You just got to win.
Ben Terwilliger has been great out of the bullpen. Like who the second half of the season, Patrick, are some names that have stepped up in your opinion?
Trey Savage comes to mind for sure. Yeah. He is. He puts out so many jams. He just gets out of it. And beginning of the year, he throws so hard. It took him a while just to get that get his control down. But now he's reliable. You can count on him. Bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah.
Trey, let's go. He's definitely been a key part of this run. And just because he pitches like in the 4th or 5th inning, he might get overlooked. But crucial situations.
No doubt. That is a great name, and he has become one of the heroes for this East Carolina baseball team. Offensively, this team is starting to put it together too, from top to bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy lineup, but I mean, obviously Bryson Worrell, he just stands out. He's been incredible. I mean, just so many guys are just producing and just finding ways to get clutch hits.
Josh Moreland's one of those guys that, as the season was young, we were like, when's he going to turn it on? And right now, he has turned it on, and he's trying to continue to do so.
You're right, and especially he's going opposite field with a lot of his hits. You know, he's getting doubles, triples. That tournament, he was amazing, just taking balls to the opposite field.
Patrick Mason joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Patrick, we talked about it earlier. Virginia actually the odds-on favorite to win the Greenville Regional. Is that surprising to you at all?
Well, I think the first half of the year, I mean, they were incredible, right? I mean, and that ACC is very tough.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just a really good baseball team, so I don't think it's out of pocket to say that they're favored, but it's it's definitely they're just a good baseball team, and baseball is baseball. It's funky. Not always the best team wins, so you just got to be playing hot.
CJ, did you like that? Using some kid slang there?
Out of pocket.
I did. Thank you for that, Pat. We're trying to indoctrinate Clip.
No, I'm not learning any new words or phrases.
I was just listening to the new Kendrick album, so he was saying that. So
this is great.
I stopped once after Fat in the 90s. That's Fat.
We need a culture segment every week.
There we go.
Oh, by the way,
with this white guy over here,
everything you've said today on the show has been no cap.
I haven't gone that far yet.
What a thing that our cultural expert is Patrick Mason. No offense to you, Patrick, but
you never know.
A white dude in jeans coming in here being our culture guy.
Hey guys, look at this man over here. No bars.
Hey, you can't knock the jeans. It's a classy look.
No, I'm not. I'm not knocking anything other than you being our culture expert.
You know what? Hold on. I am knocking the jeans because we've talked about this so many times. It is like 97 degrees.
Oh, that is true. Get some shorts,
right,
man.
Yeah, I wear shorts, at the beach when I'm playing basketball, but I don't know.
If I wasn't fatty, I'd let you wear some. I'd bring in some for you next week. I'll see if I got any small ones.
Just a change of clothes for me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like, we'll have a locker room set up. All right. What were we talking? Oh, yeah, Virginia is the favorite. How about Coastal? Have you looked at any of the other teams?
I was actually, funny you say that, I was just looking at Coastal for whatever reason, and their pitching stood out to me. I think they got two guys that are like combined 14-2 and, just great opponent batting average against. But they're a team that's kind of traditional where, they have starting pitchers and then they'll tie like a reliever to them, kind of like, minor league baseball does where you got two guys going.
Right. And speaking of pitching, it reminds me, I go yesterday talking about Virginia's lefties. If it is ECU Virginia and they meet up at some point, East Carolina, not only heavy left-handed in the lineup, but even guys on the bench, pinch hitting, a lot of lefties. Now, we've seen that this year. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe I can overemphasize it, but what do you think about East Carolina if they do run into a good lefty? Like, is that a detriment, do you think, for this lineup?
This is probably the first year watching baseball or watching this team where sort of handedness has kind of gotten beat out of me, where I'm like, oh, lefty's pitching, you need a righty batter.
Yeah.
But just the way they've kind of deployed people, like they'll pinch hit Joey Barini against, a hard lefty or someone, or, they'll throw in another left-hander, and it's worked out. So I feel like handedness necessarily doesn't go into all those issues that Cliff's thinking about. It's just like,
I wonder
if you can get it done, then go get it done.
Is that just this team's case, or is that across baseball trend? I don't, because it has been ingrained to us, to the point where when we're playing like RBI baseball or MLB The Show, we bring up a guy that's a righty to face a lefty just because the big leaguers do it.
Right. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it doesn't matter for these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it when CJ Mayhew's pitching, righties have a terrible time against it.
Right.
It's just how his pitches move. Maybe that could be a similar case, and also maybe at this level, you could just hit anyone. At this point, handedness.
Patrick Mason joining us. Patrick, how about your first year covering Pirate baseball? How much did you enjoy it? I mean, you're going to see it go to even a higher level this weekend and experience that. But as we say, you don't care who wins or loses, but it's got to make it more enjoyable when you're watching good, fun baseball, right?
Yeah, definitely during this winning streak, it's been a lot more fun. I think, part of it too, even from a selfish standpoint, people are just in better moods when you talk to them. They kind of open up more.
Yep.
They're more willing to talk about different things. So you kind of get better stories, you get better answers, you just get a better interaction, which, for the most part, outside people probably don't really care about that.
Right.
We have to deal with people, but it just makes for a better atmosphere, I think, when winning, because winning cures all.
No doubt.
I was just talking about this to Scooter a while ago. I kind of felt bad for you at the beginning of the year because you weren't going to be able to cover ECU postseason baseball. Then it got to where, all right, maybe just a week or two ago, are you going to travel to the regional?
Oh, yeah, we were asking if you're going.
Hey, are you going to go to the regional if we, wherever we go? Now you get to stay home. You're at ECU, and then potentially, if ECU gets it done this weekend, you'll be right back out there at Clark LeClaire Stadium next week for a super regional, which is still crazy to say. How excited are you to be able to cover this Greenville Regional this weekend? Because the atmosphere is just going to be out of this world.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And, yeah, I mean, I am excited. I think it's really cool to see this team at home again. I think I wrote about it. A lot of these players on senior day, they thought this was their last game. Ben Newton standing around in the outfield taking pictures.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he gets to play again. I think that's just really cool part about it. That the season does, kind of continue through Greenville.
I did my tweet after that Saturday game against Houston and thanked Malcolm Gray, Casey Singer, Eric Ward, Tom McClellan, the people at ECU for having me for another year and my farewell. And I'm going back again.
Yeah. See you Saturday.
And I'll see you this Saturday. So it really, it was shocking, this run that they're on right now. And I feel like the streak really doesn't matter at this point because everybody's 0-0, right? It's kind of good that they finished the regular season with the streak because now we'll probably be the only reason we're going to bring that up is if East Carolina wins 3 this weekend and 2 the following weekend, that'll be 23 in a row. That 23, a very significant number with Coach Keith LeClaire. But I feel like we're not going to talk as much about the streak now. It's more about just getting out of this Greenville Regional, going to Super, going to Omaha.
For sure. Yeah, I agree because, every team at this point's had a week off. I think, whatever streak you were riding, you got to find a way to get that gear again, you got to get back at it. And obviously, like you said, the 23 is definitely cool. But it's more so just, like you said, it was a fun way to end the regular season, and it was actually necessary, the way to end the season.
Correct, yeah.
And
yeah, one slip up, who knows? Are they top 16? Probably. They're not top 8, that's for sure.
Right, if you don't win that conference tournament, you're probably not top 8. And what we were saying earlier, you were mentioning, where are you going to go for the regional? Everything had to work out like this. Some teams had to lose ahead of them. They had to win out, which they did. It's just kind of a perfect storm of where we're at.
We talked about how nonchalantly they put up the top 8 Monday. There was no, forewarning or anything, and I remember Igo was saying something to me, and there was chatter going on, and we look up, and we're like, what in the world? Is that right? You saw it too, right?
Yeah.
How shocked were you when you saw that?
I was. The players were shocked because it took them a while to. They were all looking at each other like, "You saw that too, right? Y'all saw this." I was trying to, catch Godwin's reaction too, but he was, pretty stone faced, just letting the guys, enjoy it. But
part of that too, he said he had to make sure he knew what he was seeing.
Right. It was just a unique thing. If everyone in the room's like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" But it was definitely cool to witness.
And again, I got a funny video I put on Twitter that. When they showed the first 4 out, NC State and Old Dominion were up there, and one of the Pirate players at the table, I caught him saying, "We're 0-4 against those teams." And they all had a chuckle, like, life ain't fair.
They're not in the tournament, and we're top 8 seed.
Yeah, that's
right. Which is crazy.
And I don't know, did you think anything on the snubs there? Did State get snubbed? Because if you put them in, you got to take somebody out.
Right.
So, I don't know. How much were they screwed, do you think?
I definitely think they belong to be in, but at the same time, there's only a certain amount of spots. If you win your tournament, you get in. That takes away some spots.
Boy, they are sour right now because you had what happened to them last year in Omaha. You had them out in a bowl game in California, notified at 6 a.m. or whatever that they weren't going to play. No, it was a.m. in Omaha, and then it was a few hours before kickoff. I think they were told they weren't going to play that football game. So
yeah, a lot of that's out of their hand too. They're ready to play, ready to go, and it's what?
Hey, and this year they were ready to go, and there's nowhere for them to go. So
that is a good baseball team, But I'm sure there's also plenty others that are good baseball teams.
And it brings you back to the ACC being the best conference in America this year, and that kind of makes you nervous about Virginia because. I'm not taking anything away from East Carolina, but if ECU had Virginia scheduled these last 18 games, what would their record be? I would say it wouldn't be 18-0.
For sure. Yeah, I probably wouldn't say so either. But, that's just what sports are. You got to play who's on your schedule, and you just got to win.
And that is exactly what the Pirates did.
Play your schedule.
All right, let's take another break. Shirley will come back. We'll wrap up hour 2. And Jake Agnos is going to join us at 5 o'clock. Jeff Charles in hour 3 as well. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hey guys, this is Kyra from Postcode Junction in Washington, where all your shipping needs come together. Did you know Postcode Junction is the only UPS, FedEx, and DHL shipping location in Washington? Postcode Junction is also the place for your Amazon returns. Need to ship a package the same day? Want to avoid the long lines at the post office? Come see us at Postcode Junction by 4:30 and we got you covered. Postcode Junction on 15th Street in Washington next to Tractor Supply. Go Pirates!
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP,
where business goes to grow.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware Building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 55,000 followers today. Now let's head back to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. What was Mike's comment on Facebook?
Mike said on Facebook, Mike P, I'm with Clip. Don't know about all these youths.
Good God.
Sorry.
Man.
I'm with Clip. Don't know about all these youths
Chandler.
and their slang. Also, is Patrick going to the Pirate Radio kickoff party? Going to be a lot of jitterbugging. Should be quite a hoot and nanny.
That's no cap.
Should be lit. Yeah, Patrick, we need to get you more in the social circle. The problem is you live too far away, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here all the time, though.
We need to get you to AJ's on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We got to get you out of the house, man.
I know. Well, I'm totally down. Maybe we'll next. You guys do it every week?
Yeah.
AJ's?
Every single Wednesday.
I'm gonna shoot for next Wednesday then.
Okay.
I just got some work to do this.
And then we got to get you at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party, which will be across the street at the State Theater.
And we'll let you know tomorrow how many days away till that and kickoff ECU NC State.
Because we can't tell you today.
Cannot.
We will not.
And people have been asking me, Clip Brock.
I know. People
They're
ask
going to have
you.
to ask for 24 more hours.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm down to hang out and, what's that, hootenanny?
And it's going to be a lot of jitterbugging going on.
That is right.
Can you jitterbug in jeans?
Oh, dear. Yeah, we got to get
you
some
can
new
cut
clothes.
a rug in jeans.
All right.
This is like those movies they did in the late 90s, early 2000s with the girl who's really hot, but they put glasses on her, so she's ugly. And then you take the glasses off her, and she's like really hot. We're like doing a makeover on Patrick.
I'm just gonna.
Hey, Patrick, we need to do a makeover with you.
A total makeover.
And then just all the ladies at the Pirate Radio kickoff party all over you.
Man.
Who's that guy?
Yeah. I heard he writes.
That's Patrick Mason of the Daily Reflector. It is
one of the sexiest occupations you can have.
That's right. Newspaper writer. If it was like 1972, probably.
Yeah, this is Madman.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Just hanging out doing dinosaurs.
Anybody ever told you like John Hamm? All right, moving on. All right, Patrick, we'll be there. We'll be out there 1 o'clock. I heard you talking to CJ earlier. So the games are spread out. I noticed this too because I'm doing PA Saturday, and I guess I'm just gonna kiss my wife and daughter goodbye and say see ya sometime.
Bring a wallet-sized photo of them to remember how they look.
I'll put their picture.
Put it right there beside the mic and just like sit there and
because
touch it.
First game's at 1, second game's at 7, and you don't really want to leave. You'll have to come right back if you do leave, so you're there all day. So I'm interested in seeing what happens Friday night. Between Coastal and Virginia, and I just hope ECU wins, obviously everything, but hope they take care of Coppin State because that Saturday night round 2 game, I don't know, that's my favorite game. That's like, it's still a weekend night. Even Sunday night is going to be crazy, but it's a school night, it's Sunday, it's something. That Saturday night winner's bracket game is always awesome, and I hope East Carolina's in that one. That's going to be fun, and I'll be around all day Saturday. I don't know about the other games, but you have any interest in watching the others?
Yeah, I think I will. I kind of just planned I'm going to be at the ballpark, most of this weekend.
Yeah.
But, I mean, especially that, like you said, that Saturday game, it just sounds so appealing, right? Like, you already got a little bit of a lather going from Friday. You got some wins or a win under your belt. It's just awesome.
We had a classic last year in the Greenville Regional, ECU in Charlotte. So where we got the
I remember the moment. I had to ask Eric to remind me who the opponent was, and it was Charlotte, like you said.
And that's where the famous safe call comes from.
That's right, Shirley. Let's hear Corey Glory. Thank you, Corey.
Talk to Corey today.
We did.
You missed that.
Happy birthday. So it was, didn't Lane Hoover dump one into center, and Bryson Worrell scored? Am I
showed some emotion. Remember, we talked about Bryson Worrell not showing that much emotion. We saw him this year say an expletive to the Campbell pitcher. But yeah, he was very hyped about that, and so was everybody, all 5,000 plus that were in Greenville that night, and it's going to be the same way, hopefully, this weekend.
Yeah, that play was... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
That play was Bryson coming around to tie it, and then somebody came around to take the lead, right? That's where the save came from? I think that's what it was. I can't remember who that...
I'm going to pull up the old box score.
Do it.
That'll do it.
And have all the answers for you here in a moment. Patrick joining us. Patrick, I guess the Pirates are going to dominate the words in the Daily Reflector from you this weekend.
That's right.
There's not much else going on anyway, is there?
No.
Oh, we got some high school action.
Yeah, actually, D.H. Conley softball playoffs. Yeah, I think they're playing at Duke this weekend. It's like a best-of-3 series.
I think Conley can beat Duke. We got a good
quite
team.
possibly.
Yeah, we got a good squad. All right, good deal. I'm trying to find Chandler. Take over.
What I was going to say was you just mentioned showing emotion. We saw a lot of, as the season neared its end, we saw a lot of emotion from some guys that were pretty buttoned up early. Like obviously you mentioned Bryson Worrell, Ben Terwilliger going nuts and some saves. Obviously Jenkins Cowart too. I mean he's been doing that all year, but I have a feeling that you just kind of saw these guys, kind of realize, hey, we are pretty good. We're playing well right now, and we can kind of hang with anybody.
Was kind of hoping Campbell, because that was an awesome game earlier in that midweek here at home, and Campbell's always a great opponent in the season, but they've also been in the Greenville Regional in the past, and it's been a great game there as well. But instead, they go to Tennessee. They get the tough draw, and they will be heading to Knoxville to face the Volunteers in that regional. So tough matchup going on there.
You're the only 10 I see.
Come on.
Here you go, CJ. Bottom of the 8th. Oh, thank you. Bottom of the 8th, Bryson Worrell double down the right field line to score Alec Makarevich. And then you had Lane Hoover's dump into center, which scored Agnos. So the Worrell double tied it. Agnos scores, and then Worrell scores, and I think that was the safe call.
Yeah, that's right.
That was
it.
safe. Glad we got that. If we accomplished nothing else today, we did go over the box score and the scoring summary from last year's Saturday night game in the regional, which is what everybody was wondering about.
Oh, the energy game of the Saturday, or the energy of the Saturday game's always
Love
fun.
the Saturday game.
Yeah.
My favorite game of the weekend.
I mean, and a few weeks ago, you would have thought that we would be reliving last year's regional, not being able to experience that again this year. Instead, we get to experience it again this year.
And you know what? Maybe I'm just a day 2 guy, because we're about to talk about another memory from a Saturday game, a day 2 game, with Jake Agnos.
Against State?
When he had the performance of a lifetime, 8 innings against NC State to knock them out and to advance East Carolina and to keep them in it, which they eventually knocked off Campbell or Quinnipiac to win it. Campbell. They lost to Quinnipiac,
or whatever Mully said.
How do you say it, Patrick?
Quinnipiac. That's what.
Lost to them, beat State in what we thought was going to be the winner's bracket game, but it ended up being an elimination game. Beat Quinnipiac to eliminate them, and then knocked off the Campbell Fighting Camels
on a Monday
to go to on a Monday night. That's when things got pushed back so much. Do we have to beat Campbell twice?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. Because I remember I was still an intern here. I was back at home, and I was watching the game 1 with my dad.
With your daddy.
With my daddy. And I said, it was like the 5th inning. Pirates. It looked like the Pirates were going to win. I said, you know what? Troy texted me and said, you want to go to the game? I got a ticket. I told Dad, I said, hey, I hate to tell you this.
Hey, Pops.
I'm going to Greenville, and I'm going to go to that game tonight. And I did, and, man, it was awesome.
And your life has just changed ever
And
since?
then we went to Louisville, and that wasn't fun.
No, that was it. We just went to Louisville for fun.
Visited Churchill Downs.
Yeah, that's all. It was just a fun trip.
All right, Patrick, thanks for hanging out, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Love
dudes.
this. Oh, yeah.
Just guys being dudes. All right. When we return, Jake Agnos joins us. One of my all-time favorites. One of your all-time favorites. And we'll check in with the voice, Jeff Charles. It's all ahead. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. We'll also make you a winner. More to go after this.
Hey,
Hey, Birdland, watch the O's take on the Cleveland Guardians Friday, June 3rd through 5th. Kick off your weekend with an Adley Rutschman Welcome to the Show t-shirt. Plus, stay after the game for Friday fireworks. Then, get to the yard early on Saturday when the first 15,000 fans 15 and over will receive a This is Birdland t-shirt presented by Baltimore area Chick-fil-A restaurants. Finally, on Sunday, Kids Run the Bases presented by Wise Markets. Spend your weekend watching Orioles baseball. Purchase your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
Winslow's Deli is now Fifth Street Hardware, restaurant and tap room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a brand new menu, serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday, and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, how about poker every Tuesday night and Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan? It's a new look and a new name, but the same great location on Fifth Street beside the State Theater. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for specials and events. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. The real estate market is extremely competitive right now. The importance of being pre-qualified is absolute must before you begin shopping for a new home. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that fit most financial situations. To get started, contact Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
For dine-in or to-go, Familia is your favorite place for great Italian food and more. Familia has just launched a new menu featuring new pizzas like the Sweet and Spicy and the Southwest Chicken. Every Sunday, you can feed the whole family with a buy one, get the second pizza half-price special all day. If you need to unwind after work during the week, stop by Wednesday for half-price wine, and Thursdays, all drafts are only $2. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, the Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has nationally certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is Clip Rock.
All right, we've enjoyed talking to East Carolina shortstop, pitcher, wherever they put him, Zach Agnos this year, as he's joined us on the Players Lounge, Delcore's Players Lounge on Mondays. And his big brother, one of my all-time favorites, and one of yours as well, Jake Agnos. I haven't talked to Jake in a while, so let's do it right now, as the former Pirate lefty joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Jake, always great to catch up with you, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I appreciate you having me on. It's always one of my favorite times being on Pirate Radio, and especially around this time of year, man, it's just such a fun time for all of Greenville.
No doubt, Jake, and we're looking forward to some big crowds, some exciting times coming up this weekend and potentially next weekend. But first things first, I want to get your take on this year's team. I want to talk about your little brother, but let's talk about you first, Jake. As give us an update on what's going on in your career. I know you're still trying to get back 100%, right? So tell us what you're up to right now.
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, I do still play baseball. I know it's been, man, it's almost been 3 years since I've pitched in the game again. But, you know, I'm working hard down in Tampa. I was over in Jupiter for probably the first 10 months of my rehab, and then after spring training, the Yankees allowed us to come back here. So it's just been, you know, the biggest thing is I feel less like a rehab and more like a baseball player every day. I'm getting off a mound, and it's just a really slow progression of, you know, kind of stressing out the elbow and then allowing it to heal. So it's just it's a you know, game against time, and I think the trickiest part is you get to that throwing progression at 6 months and you feel like you've made it, and then you realize you're only halfway there. So it's really just a battle of time over everything. But I'm doing good, and like I said, I'm in great hands with the Yankees, so they've been phenomenal to me.
Well, that's good to hear, Jake, and I know it's frustrating. It's not the first time this has ever happened to a baseball player in the history of mankind, and I look around. We had Trey Benton on recently, and he dealt with injuries here at East Carolina. He dealt with struggles in his professional career, and he is having a phenomenal year this year, and he kind of talked about it. It's a little bit different from you, but he said when he returned from injury, he had the yips. He just couldn't get it right, and it's a process, right? And it's different for different guys. So I think you do have examples to draw on when you do get frustrated that, hey, you know, I'm not the first guy this happened to, and eventually you're going to get over that hump, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Trey's, you know, I got a group of guys that I talk to him probably, 4 or 5 times a week, if not every day. But, yeah, like Trey, you know, I think of Packers, my best friend, but Trey Benton's up there too, and he's been phenomenal to me. You know, I remember calling him about 2 weeks ago because you kind of hit that, you know, you start and you got the adrenaline going, and then that kind of levels out, and you have a little dip in velocity, and I was kind of worried a little bit, and I had a call with Trey, and he was like, dude, you know, there were times where I thought I retore my UCL, like, you know, so I think, you know, having him to just kind of talk me through it, and you know, him going through it has really helped ease my worries and fears. So, yeah, having guys like that have been through it and seeing the success he has, but also seeing the work he put in, you know, it's just that rehab time allows you to really just try to focus on everything that, you know, you felt was a weakness. So, like I said, just having him help me out and you know, kind of ease my fears has been you know, tremendously helpful to me.
Jake Agnos joining us. Jake, it was awesome that you're down there, so you were able to watch the Pirates last week in Clearwater, Florida, at least for a couple of games, and we'll talk about how much you were there. But first of all, most notably, and I believe the kids call it a thirst trap, Brian Bailey putting up that picture with you and Zach, and man, a lot of good-looking man in that one photo for you guys.
Yeah, Brian and Zach looking real good. I'll tell you what, the one perk of being down in Florida is you get a lot of sunshine. And, I felt like when I was at school, I was always pale, so it's always good. You know, I've gotten out, hey, when Coach Gowan doesn't have us in all those meetings, I'm able to go outside and enjoy some of the fresh air. But, yeah, you know, seeing all those guys and all the fans that came down to Clearwater, because, as you know, Pirate Nation travels tremendously. So, seeing all those people, I got to see both of Coach Gowan's parents, and we can tell stories about his mom later. But like I said, it's great seeing all those people, and I was able to spend a lot of time with my mom and Zach, which I cherished.
That's awesome, and a great season for Zach, and kind of a shame, Jake, you missed out on the NIL stuff. We were able to have Zach join us every Monday along with CJ Mayhew, Bryson Worrell, and believe it or not, Jake, we actually got a few words out of them guys this year. They became a little talkative. And also Ryder Giles, he was awesome to talk to this year. So we got to know your brother and those guys kind of off the field, and it's something that we did maybe a little bit while you were here, but not as much as we wanted to. And you would have been great for the NIL stuff, right?
That's what. Yeah, I always give Zach a hard time because I felt like I put in all the hard work and tried. I thought Packard and I really did a tremendous job of kind of involving Pirate Nation and being more outspoken and vocal. But like I said, when I was there, we couldn't even have a meal paid for us when we went out. But no, I really, like I said, it's awesome when you're allowed, you're able to connect these guys with the community, and I know they're having a blast, and it's always fun. And I see those questions you guys ask them. So yeah, I always give Zach a hard time because he gets the Barstool shirt deals and all that, while I was just doing it because I was enjoying it.
There you go. And we've enjoyed hearing Zach tell stories of the Agnos family. I mean, the Agnos family has meant so much to ECU baseball, and I think that's a two-way road, right, Jake, that East Carolina baseball has meant a lot to the Agnos family. It's kind of a shared relationship there, and it's just awesome. Thank you for coming here so we could get a few years of your brother here.
Well, no, I can't explain how much the city of Greenville or town, I don't know, but, the community of ECU during this past year and all the struggles and trials we've been through with losing my dad, it's really, I don't know how we would have made it through because, you just felt like you had so much support around you. And I mean, I can name people that have constantly reached out. I mean, it's unbelievable. At first you're like, okay, it's just they're thinking about you, but as months pass and they're continuing to reach out, it just shows that they truly do care about you. And like I said, it's meant so much to my family and I, and we can't thank everyone enough for how incredible they've been to us.
Jake Agnos joining us, and similar to Zach, Jake, big smile, outgoing personality, but on the mound, just kind of a different mentality. Chandler here, when Zach made his first pitching appearance this year, saw him on the mound and said, man, I don't recognize that guy. Who is this guy? He is intense. The smile is gone. He's a bulldog up there. Kind of a different guy when your brother hits the mound. So let's critique his pitching this year, Jake. I know you got to be proud of him because he logged some big innings, closed out some games for East Carolina, and was a big part on the mound of why they are where they are today.
Yeah, like I said, I've just been so impressed with how Zach's handled himself, especially when I think back to the beginning of the year and he started struggling a little bit. I thought that was such an easy time for him to have folded and not been able to bounce back like he has. But, offensive, I think just as an all-around player, he's just done a phenomenal job with the circumstances. But on the mound, it's funny. It's like I almost get as nervous as, I would be pitching. And I was telling Coach Gowan, I always bit my nails and I stopped over the quarantine. That was one of my bad habits that I stopped. But once I got back on the mound, that went out the door. I find myself, I get so nervous. And but I'll tell you what, every time he gets on the mound, he just has that, like you said, bulldog mentality, which is something I probably credit to my dad for instilling in us. Every time we picked up the ball, that's what he wanted. So, but they're popping him out there a lot. I kind of got worried. I'm like, Zach, you got to make sure, you got to remember you're playing short every day. You got to make sure. But he says he feels great. And, man, it's always great to see someone who wants the ball every time. And I think that's just the biggest thing is, Zach knows that whatever the situation is, he's going to go there and do his job. And it's just been fun to watch. And the results have been great too, which is even better.
And Jake, you were on a team with some of these guys, and Ryder Giles is one that's come in and pitched some big innings for East Carolina this year. Cliff said on Monday they definitely wouldn't be where they are without Ryder Giles. And how about a guy like Carter Spivey, who really struggled when he first came in to the program, Jake, and he is the AAC Pitcher of the Year for what he was able to do in long relief and making long outings when East Carolina needed him. And just the growth of these guys, you were able to see them when they were younger. It's got to be pretty cool for you to see them now as older players, leaders on this team.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think if you ask Spivey or Ryder or any of those guys, what they've changed to have the success, it's just been the same thing, and it's just like not trying to do too much and really just going out there and just focusing on competing. I think that's the biggest thing, especially playing with Carter his freshman year. I think the biggest thing I see when he gets on the mound is just that confidence, and it looks like he doesn't care about anything other than, competing with the hitter. So I think, when I talk to these young guys, that's always my biggest message is you put on all this hard work, but, when you step in between those lines, if you're thinking of anything other than competing, you're doing yourself a disservice. So seeing these guys go out and compete, I know it's felt like I've been there for, haven't been there in forever, but, I think there's 5 or 6 guys that I played with, but seeing the growth from then and even throughout this season has been really fun to watch, and, it just makes me happy to see, how this team has proved a lot of people wrong. I think in the beginning of the season, a lot of people wrote them off, and so just staying the course and just, knowing that if they play their brand of baseball, they'll be fine. So it's, like I said, it's been a great distraction for me, but with all the success they've had, from really, mid-season, once conference play started on, it's just been such a joy to watch.
Jake Agnos joining us, and when I think about regionals, one of the first things I think about is your performance against NC State. You might be tired of talking about it with me. I know I've brought it up at least once or twice in the past, but elimination game, gotta have it, and Jake Agnos goes 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts, and the Pirates beat the Pack to move on and eventually win the Greenville Regional. And I remember that hat tip, Jake, and you had a lot of great moments, great games here at East Carolina. I always go back to that one, just such a big moment in time where you're playing a rival, although at that time you're playing for your lives. It wasn't even about NC State. It was about just getting your team to the next day, to the next game, and I'll always remember that one, Jake. That was an all-timer.
I'll tell you that I think back to that weekend, and really, after they won the conference tournament, the regionals got released. I texted Coach and just told him how the week of the regional leading up and all that stuff, just the atmosphere in Greenville was really my favorite part. I remember we were Pack, Sam Lanier, Volv, and I went to a gas station, and we saw, in the paper talking about, I feel like a 9-year-old man, but I saw on the paper that, they're talking about the regional, and this motorcyclist dude, walked up to us. He's like, "Hey, that's you guys, right?" And so it was just, like I said, it's just the memories I made, from the conference tournament on are really, my favorite times of the year. And, I think back to that NC State game, and all I had, all my focus was just to try to get us to the next game. If we could just get past NC State and then focus on the next game. But, I don't even think about that. I think about the dog pile at the end and moving on. That was my favorite experience. I'm just glad that I was able to contribute in a little way and help us get there.
And now, Jake, you've been a part of super regionals. You know how difficult it is to go and win on the road in those things. And it's been a common thought that if East Carolina is going to go to Omaha, the path needs to go through Greenville. And East Carolina has set themselves up for that to be a possibility this year. If they can win the Greenville Regional, they will then host the Super Regional for the right to go to Omaha. And you were never able to experience that, a Super Regional in Greenville, Jake. But how much, do you think there's something to that? Do you? It's not a given, but man, you feel like you like your chances a lot better if you can play that one here, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, I know Coach Galvin will get mad at me for this, but I know you got to win this week.
Yeah.
And I know you got to take it one game at a time. But if there is a super regional in Greenville, I don't want to guarantee it, but there's a high probability that I will be up in Greenville to experience it with them because, I wouldn't miss that. The first time in 21 years, the first time actually in Greenville, that's what we all played for. That's what we've been working so hard for. I'm glad that there's an Agnos on the field that'll be able to enjoy it so I can, enjoy it vicariously through him. But, just having that home field advantage, especially when it's, the fans we have. I saw that post about Greenville being like the second best atmosphere, which I'd probably consider it the first. But like I said, it's just the home field advantage. It just gives you the best shot because, you're playing comfortably in your home stadium. So, like I said, I know you got to take it one game at a time, one weekend at a time, but man, I can't, if they get to that Super Regional in Greenville, I think it's going to be something that no one has ever seen in Greenville. So, watching the selection show, when I don't think they did a good job of releasing the host sites because, they kind of put up that 8-foot thing. It was like, here's your national seeds. And I was coming home from the facility and my mouth, I was watching it, but the sound wasn't very high. And then, I saw teams like Stanford and Virginia Tech and those teams, and I saw ECU in the corner, and my mouth kind of dropped. And then, I'm texting all my buddies. I'm like, what's going on? And then, once they released it, I was FaceTiming my mom, and I just couldn't, grasp the fact that they were a national seed because that, was something, like I said, we've been working for so long and so hard for. So once they released it, I don't think I've still, comprehended that ECU is a national seed and, they're in a position to host a Super Regional. It's just credit to Coach Godwin and all of those players for sticking with it.
And what a run they're on. You got to see. How many games did you get to see? Did you see them all last week, Jake? 18 wins in a row now for East Carolina.
Incredible. No losses in the month of May. I think it's my birthday month, but that conference tournament is huge to win that first game and get you the off day.
Yeah.
So I was able to see that game, the Thursday game, and then they got off, and then Saturday was a morning game, but I had to throw a bullpen. But it's funny, we had it on in the training room. So guys like Zach Britton and all those guys giving me a hard time and giving me but so luckily I got out in time and I got there in the 8th inning and then that's when they got in a little bit of trouble. We were able to get out of it. I don't think I was good luck that game, but then I was also able to go to the championship and see all that. So
that's awesome.
I was just
I saw where Jake Washer was making his teammates from the South Bend Cubs watch it in the locker room.
I really don't think people that didn't go to college don't understand. It's just I guess people that didn't go to ECU don't understand. It's such a great atmosphere and just environment.
Yeah.
It just means so much. And, you don't want to live in college, but I'm like, well, I got an excuse because Zach's there, but it's such a fun thing to watch. And I was lucky that it was only 20 minutes from where I'm staying. And I was done, I get done pretty early in the day, so I was able to pop over there and see Zach and the guys play. So it was great for me. Like I said, not being able to play myself right now, I kind of live vicariously through the team.
That's awesome stuff, Jake, and we can't wait to see you back on the mound and throwing, but it is cool that you can get some joy out of this team, and of course your brother, who, again, has told it, he makes it sound like you just beat him up his whole life, Jake. I know that's not true, but that's how Zach kind of frames it.
Tell you what, I didn't do anything that he didn't deserve, but no, Zach, contrary to what he says, we did have, even with John and Katie, all of our siblings, we really were fortunate to have so many great memories, and we had a lot of fun. And I think I look out and I saw Coach Palumbo's kids playing wiffle ball, out in the outfield in the conference tournament, and I would just think about when Zach and I would be out in our yard playing, and John and I. So, like I said, even though he makes it seem like we had such a tough childhood on him, we had a lot of fun, and I think it made him a better baseball player in the end.
There you go. Jake Agnos joining us. Jake, appreciate it so much, man. Always enjoy catching up with you, and we wish you the best of luck. We're keeping up with you and what's going on with you. Can't wait to see you back on the mound. And how about this? If things go right, we'll see you next weekend here in Greenville. How about that?
Hey, let's hope so. I can't wait. I'll be watching and wearing my purple and gold all this week. So Clip, I appreciate it. Y'all have been great to myself and my family, and hope I can see y'all in person, the week after next. So let's just hope they take care of business.
Sounds good, Jake. Appreciate it, man, and we'll catch up with you again down the road, and like you said, hopefully next week.
Take care, Clip.
Thank you, Jake. Jake Agnos joining us on the Pirate Radio Live Line, one of the all-time greats and also one of our favorites to talk to now that he's gone from Greenville. And next for Jake, we want Shirley to be updating his stats if he can get back healthy, because he talked about all his old teammates and all the Pirates he's watching, which he's loving. The only thing he doesn't like about it is he can't be out there doing it as well.
Yeah, I've been keeping up, of course, all the minor league guys. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, Sean Armstrong, who had been picked up by the Durham Bulls, he left. Who was he pitching before? He was pitching for the Bulls. I just drew a blank there, but he just got picked up by the Tampa Bay Rays to go up and pitch in their bullpen. They have an injury in their bullpen, so they called Sean up yesterday. So he is with the Tampa Bay Rays right now. Burley had another good night. He was 1 for 5 last night. He's tearing it up in
What are they
AAA.
waiting for?
Well, they've got, he's typically an outfielder. That's where he's been playing for the Redbirds. They've got a solid outfield with St. Louis right now, and they've got a solid first baseman, too. So they really don't have anywhere to put him right now. So that's why he's been stuck in kind of AAA
Wonder if they
kind
can
of
bring him
limbo.
up to DH.
That is a very, that's a possibility. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. And Thomas Francisco had a good night last night. He was 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's got 15 RBIs so far for the Peoria Chiefs, which is the also in the St. Louis Cardinals organization. He is in high A ball. So keeping an eye on those guys. Jarrell Cotton was sent back. Oh Lord, I almost just really let my southern accent out. But Jarrell Cotton got sent back to the St. Paul Saints, which is the AAA affiliate for the Twins. They waived him, but they picked him back up, and they're going to keep him at least with the St. Paul Saints for this season. Whether or not he'll get called back up is, it remains to be seen.
Enjoy your chat with Jake Agnos.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that we are able to experience another Agnos, just like when it comes to personality.
Yep.
There is a third Agnos, and I really want to see if he has that same personality.
Well, there's a fourth, too. There's a sister.
And there you go. I want to see.
Should we get the whole family?
Let's get the whole family.
You know what? Maybe we'll do that.
Agnos family.
We'll do a Agnos family podcast. Pirate. That would be cool.
That would be cool because, they could talk about their dad. They could talk about their upbringing. I think that would be a great idea.
They can talk about the games that they play because
that ended in fights.
Because Zach has mentioned those quite a few times.
Talk to the third Agnos brother and then the sister about growing up watching their two brothers play.
Growing Up Agnos this Sunday on E.
This Sunday.
Bring the mom in to talk about how in the world you have to play referee.
Oh, yeah.
With all these boys being overly competitive.
I think we got something here, folks.
This is the first ever ECU Athletics reality show.
Yeah, we got it. All right, Shirley.
Keep it up with the Agnoses.
Open up the booty bag.
Booty boo.
Booty, 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 booty.
You're going to like this one.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
What do we got?
Tell them, Shirley.
A $15 gift card courtesy of Wings Over Greenville.
Oh, man.
Wings Over delivers.
Utilize that this weekend, folks.
Yeah.
They're going to be open. And if you do not feel like getting the grill out and lighting up the charcoal or however you cook out there, let Wings Over do it for you.
What number caller are we looking for?
Sorry, 12.
317-1250. Back with more after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. Our biscuit makers know a thing or two about scratch-made buttermilk biscuits.
Actually, it's 49.
That's right, 49 savory steps. So yeah, we know biscuits like the back of our hand. Because, well, these buttermilk biscuits are...
made by hand.
Yep, that Southern know-how is our bread and butter. And if you're still wondering what makes a Bojangles biscuit so good, well, just ask your mouth. Yep, that's what we thought. Come celebrate Bo's Buttermilk Biscuit Month with a scratch-made Cajun Filet biscuit. It's bow time.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Volleyball players need to be able to jump higher, dig lower, and move faster. Our athletic movement program at Kinetic this summer is just for volleyball players at ages 13 to 17. It's a 6-week program starting June 13th where you will learn the secrets on how to be more explosive, how to get the ball faster, and how to serve with power. Team up with our sports performance coaches and other players to sharpen your athletic ability and take your game to the next level. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And congratulations to Susan Deans of Greenville picked up a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville. Wings Over Greenville is your tailgating headquarters for the Greenville Regional this weekend. If you're in the jungle and don't feel like firing up the grill, let Wings Over take care of your tailgate spread. While you're ordering for your jungle crew, be sure to check out the all-new tender sandwiches, or you can order a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. You can give them a call at 758-9464 to place your order. Wings Over Greenville, your Greenville Regional tailgating headquarters. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Let's visit with the voice, as we like to do on Wednesdays. Jeff Charles joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Jeff, how you doing on this Wednesday?
Cliff, I'm doing great, and I know everybody in Greenville is really looking forward to this regional this weekend. It's a hot ticket, isn't it?
Absolutely. It is going to be a madhouse coming up beginning on Friday at 1. And then, man, I hope East Carolina can get by Coppin State, because that something special about that Saturday night in Game 2. That one really packs the stands and has people excited. And if we can stay in that winner's bracket, get in that game, I'm really looking forward to what this weekend could be, and Jeff, potentially what next weekend could be, because we were all shocked watching it with the team at the Town Bank Tower on Monday when East Carolina received that 8 overall national seed. And you, many miles away, Jeff, you were probably a little surprised too. What was your take when you saw East Carolina was 8th nationally, got that national seed?
Well, I was just like everybody else, Cliff. I was really surprised that they got the 8th seed, but I tell you what a great opportunity this is for this ball club and for this program. And it just goes to show the respect that East Carolina Pirate baseball has nationally and with the committee. So let's hope the guys now can take advantage of it. But you're right, it all starts on Friday, and you have to get by Coppin State, which the Pirates are heavily favored to do. But this is a really good regional, and the other two ball clubs in there with ECU, of course, Virginia. There's a long history with Virginia that East Carolina has, and they're also a good rivalry with Coastal Carolina down through the years as well. And both of those ball clubs are really good. Virginia's been in the top 10 for a lot of the time this year, and Coastal Carolina is, as we all know, they found lightning in a bottle that one year and got all the way to Omaha and won the national championship. And Coach Gilmore does such a great job down there in Conway, and just about every year they're in the tournament and they make a run. So this is not going to be easy for the Pirates. Now, playing at home is a nice advantage to have, but those two ball clubs are really good. The Pirates will have to bring their A game against both of them.
No doubt about it, and it is a talented regional. Looking forward to seeing Coastal Carolina and Virginia go at it on Friday night. That's going to be a great game to see which one of those teams can stay on the winner's side of things. Jeff, on Monday, Cliff Godwin's team was brought up that received the 7 national seed many years ago, and East Carolina at that time in Harrington Field did not host the Super Regional, so we had to go down the road to host. I know you've called some baseball in the past. Were you calling games at that point, or what do you remember about that time where East Carolina hosted a Super Regional, but of course not in Greenville?
Yeah, I do remember broadcasting those games, Cliff, back in the day. I remember Harrington Field doing a lot of baseball games there as well, and remember going to Kinston, remember going to Wilson, and all the times the Pirates had to host games over in those minor league baseball facilities rather than Harrington Field, because Harrington Field just was not equipped to handle regional play. So, yeah, I do remember those games. I remember some great players who have come through ECU. One of my all-time favorite players is Pat Watkins, and we've had him on the air with us a number of times, and I always talk about Pat, the incredible statistics he put up his final year in an ECU uniform. He had 445. I don't know that's ever going to be broken anywhere. He had 445 in his final year, Cliff, and then, of course, he went on to a career that finally saw him reach the major leagues with Cincinnati and with Colorado, and, you know, he was a terrific player, and I single him out because he did get to the big leagues, but a lot of other great players during that era played for ECU that we really enjoyed watching play. So, yeah, it was fun during that time, but this is a different time, a different era, and it's so great that East Carolina now has a facility like Clark LeClaire Stadium where you can host a regional, you can host a super regional, and that was why it was built. It was built with that in mind. East Carolina really needed to upgrade its baseball facilities, and people stepped forward and did that. And now it's just such a great facility, and And now that's no longer an issue as to whether or not you have a suitable place to play. So, yes, it was a lot of fun back then. It's a lot of fun these days, and obviously East Carolina's had a terrific baseball program for a long time.
Jeff Charles joining us on the Pirate Radio Live Line, The Voice. I've seen a lot of great ECU baseball teams, and now this one trying to host a super regional at Clark LeClaire Stadium for the first time in school history. To do that, they'll have to get past some good teams this weekend in Coastal Carolina, Virginia, and Coppin State. Jeff, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's been out there a lot on social media. You had an ESPN Plus announcer say that East Carolina was in South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. You had multiple times on SportsCenter top 10, East Carolina called Eastern Carolina. It's happened a million times now. I hate to say it now. I'm kind of desensitized to it, and I don't even get a big reaction anymore because it just has happened so many times. But Jeff, you've been around a while. I know you've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times at this point, and I don't know. What's the reason for it? Like, how does it change? Well, I mean, will it change? What's your take when you see an Eastern Carolina or a Greenville, South Carolina?
Well, Cliff, I think the reason for it is you've got ignorance involved, quite frankly, with a lot of people who are broadcasting games that don't even do their homework enough to know where the school is located, or people in production trucks or other visuals who don't even know the right name of the school to put up or right location where the school is located. And, Cliff, we talk about changes, and, a lot of changes, of course, go on through the years. But one thing that has not changed is that people continue to talk about Eastern Carolina and Greenville, South Carolina when they refer to ECU and they refer to Greenville, North Carolina. I mean, it was that way, Cliff, when I came to ECU 35 years ago, and here we are 35 years later, and it's just the same old, same old. So, I don't know. I know different administrations have come into ECU, and I've heard different folks down through the years, well-meaning people who have been in ECU athletics, and they've gotten on their soapbox and said, we are going to change that. That is never going to happen again. We're going to call ESPN. We're going to call all these people.
Right.
And they have done that for years, and then the same mistakes continue to happen year after year after year. And again, I just think it's a lack of detail with a lot of these folks who are involved now in television and radio and radio, TV broadcasting, and in the print media, that they don't do their homework enough. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating for a lot of folks because ECU is ECU, and people should know that nationally, especially people in the sports media business. I mean, after all, this is their business, is to get things right, and they just don't seem to be able to do so. So it's frustrating, Cliff, but I've got a million stories that we don't have time to talk about, but I'll give you one real quick one. There was an administrator at ECU who will remain nameless, who moved from a different location to come to work in the athletics department at ECU, and the moving van went to Greenville, South Carolina.
Wow.
And they pulled in there with everything that the man had in his possession, and they said, well, we're here, where should we go? Greenville, South Carolina. He said, no, you're about 5.5 hours away. It's Greenville, North Carolina.
My goodness. There you go. Just one of the many stories Jeff Charles will have in his book one day that we all look forward to reading.
It's all the time, Cliff.
Man.
It really does. And, Greenville, South Carolina, because I live there too, it's a bigger town, and people just know of it more than they do Greenville, North Carolina, because it's just on the map more nationally. And so when people say Greenville, they think of the Carolinas, they think of Greenville, South Carolina, and, it's been that way for as long as I can remember.
Jeff Charles joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line here on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. The Hurricanes out voice saw a lot of goals last night in the Western Conference Final as Edmonton and Colorado were lighting up the lamp 8-6. That score coming up tonight. You've got game one between the Rangers and the Lightning. And then in the NBA, you got that long layoff before we get to the finals. Should be a good finals, Jeff, but they spaced it out so much it's going to be out of people's minds by the time it gets here on Thursday night. But I am looking forward to Warriors and Celtics. I like the matchup there. What do you think about Stanley Cup NBA? You still following these, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. You got to give the Rangers a lot of credit too, Cliff. They went into Raleigh and they won Game 7. So, and they dominated that game. They just didn't win it. They won it handily, as you know, 6-2. It was almost midway through the third period that finally Carolina got a goal. They were down 4-0. So, you got to give them credit. Now they go back home and they've got the first game at home in this conference final. So, they're playing really well. And then last night, an 8-6 hockey game is like 18-16 in baseball. So that game was something you don't really see that often, a lot of offense. And usually in Stanley Cup playoff action, the games are, more like 4-2 or 3-2. So you don't see too many high-scoring games. But that was the case in that one. Yeah, I'm like you, Cliff, really interested in the finals in the NBA. I think it's a great matchup. I'm going to stick with Golden State. You and I have talked about this for a number of weeks now, and I picked Golden State early on, and I think it's got a chance to be a really terrific series. I wouldn't be all surprised to see it go 7 games, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I wish these games didn't start at 9 o'clock out west, but then you have to understand it's 6 o'clock in San Francisco when they start. So, sometimes the 9 o'clock starts on the weeknights is a little difficult for people in the eastern part of the country to stay up and watch the whole game. But I think it's going to be a really terrific series. I really do.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, what else you following in the sports world? Baseball, my Braves are reeling a bit. Kenley Jansen blew one last night. Arizona knocking off the Braves. You following baseball? What else are you keeping an eye on in the world of sports these days?
Oh, yeah, baseball on a daily basis, obviously, Cliff. But I'll tell you what, in your division, somebody better reel in the Mets here pretty soon or they're going to run away and hide. They're just dominating that division, as you know, and they're very good. The pitching, of course, is very good for that New York ball club. As we talk a little baseball, I don't know how much you have mentioned this year, Cliff, but you mentioned the past players and the great tradition of Pirate baseball. Have you noticed what a good year Jeff Hoffman is having out of the Cincinnati Reds bullpen? He's doing really well this year. His stats are great.
Have not talked about that enough, and that's awesome for him because he's been at it for a while now, Voice, and dealing with injuries, going from a starter, bullpen, different franchises. So that's great that he's got it going this year.
Yeah, he really has for a bad team. As we all know, the Reds are one of the worst teams in baseball, but he's done well. The last time I looked, Clip, a few days ago, his ERA was under 2. I think it was something like 1.50, 1.60. And his strikeout to walk ratio was really good. And he's doing a heck of a job out of the bullpen. And as we've always said, I mean, Jeff has the arm. It was always a matter of command and staying away from injuries. Of course, he had to pitch in Colorado, and we know what a launching pad that is. That's a very difficult place for pitchers to pitch. So now he's getting a chance. Maybe he's kind of settling into a role now as a relief pitcher. Of course, for years he was a starter. But now he's kind of that bridge guy in the Reds bullpen, and he seems to be flourishing with that. So, yeah, I'm really happy for Jeff. I remember broadcasting games when he was pitching for the Pirates, and I remember some terrific performances that he had. He's a good guy. So we just continue to wish him well. But some of the other division races, Clip, in Major League Baseball are very interesting. I pay a lot of attention to the American League Central because most of those teams are, all of them actually, are in the Midwest, and I get a chance to follow that closely while I'm here. And the Tigers have just had a terrible season. They're one of the biggest disappointments of the year. The Tigers actually went into this year thinking they were going to contend in the American League Central, and they have had so many injuries to their pitching staff. It is amazing. 4 of their 5 starters have gone down already this year that they had on opening day. And it's just been this back and forth to Toledo to Detroit with trying to get the next pitcher and plugging this hole and plugging that hole. And last night, Cody Clemens, Roger Clemens' son, made his Major League debut with the Tigers. He's an infielder, and he came up. He's 26 years old now. He came up, and he started at second base. So, yeah, you and I talked about this, I think, a couple of weeks ago, Cliff. A lot of mediocrity there seems to be in baseball this year. Seems to be a handful of really good teams, and then you've got a lot of mediocre teams, and then you've got some teams like the Reds and the Royals and the Tigers and the A's that, are really struggling this year and just are not very good.
Jeff Charles joining us, talking about what's going on in the world of sports. Jeff will reconvene next week, and hopefully we're talking about a super regional. Could be Texas, Louisiana Tech, Dallas Baptist, or Air Force coming to Greenville for a super regional. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk about it next week. Voice, thank you for joining us today, and have a great rest of your week.
You're welcome, Cliff. Always great to visit with you and our Pirate Radio listeners, and go Pirates this weekend.
Looking forward to a fun weekend. The voice, Jeff Charles, joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Better news for Braves fans as we come out of that interview. Austin Riley just dropped a 3-run mega bomb, and the Braves lead the Diamondbacks 5-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by The Buck.
The Buck, the voice, speaking his opinion about the situation regarding Greenville, South Carolina.
Just ignorance.
Just pure ignorance. Kenny Curlings on Facebook Live says, does Greenville, South Carolina even have a college sports team? Johnny Robertson already answering that. Furman is the school there.
Which is why Jeff lived there, because he used to paint it purple.
He used to paint the Paladins purple.
Paladins
purple.
Paladins.
So there's a cool, neat story for you.
That is a cool, neat story. Let's take our final break. We'll come back. Get ready to wrap it up on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
Everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Make a splash with Bassett Triple Summer Savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Hot looks, cool styles. Kick back, relax, and upgrade your seats and save. Buy any regular price Bassett recliner, sofa, or sectional and get $50 to $150 off every additional seat with free local delivery plus 12 months special financing. Shop our wide selection on in-stock bedrooms, dining rooms, and other living rooms. And save the sales tax and get free local delivery now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Experience next level adventure with Kawasaki Terex KRX 1000 sports side-by-sides featuring a combination of trail taming power, sporty performance, and rugged capability. Whichever Terex KRX 1000 model you choose, you'll experience the ability to take on the toughest trails with unmatched comfort and confidence. Kawasaki Terex KRX 1000, your world, your adventure. See them today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $7.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss the show on Pirate Radio? Listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Wrapping it up on a Wednesday. Coming up on Thursday's edition of PRL, we'll talk to the play-by-play voice for Coastal Carolina baseball. We'll get a preview of the Chanticleers coming up. Also, former Pirate Brandon Manning will join us. We'll go inside the anger management rage room. Ellerby will be here, Troy D., and we will continue to get you ready for the Greenville Regional.
We'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I won't be here hour 1. I hope to be here at 4 when Brandon Manning is here. So we'll have Ellerby and Chan Man, CJ Shirley kick off the show. Also, we got that email from Malcolm Gray. So we will have some interviews for you coming up on Thursday. Check out our social media accounts. So East Carolina... let's see. This is the practice times. The Pirates will practice from 10 a.m. to 11:15. Virginia after that, then Coastal, then Coppin State. Practices are open, and then we will get some comments with head coaches and selected players. So CJ, Big Dog, I'm sure, and company will be out there covering that. So we'll have that for you coming up throughout the day on Thursday and on this program on Pirate Radio Live. Then Friday, it's on like Donkey Kong, as we'll be here 1 o'clock inside the Pirate Radio studios. Myself, Chan Man, Shirley, I think the Big Dog will be here. Mike Mullis will join us for the first part of the game on Friday.
Yeah.
You're going to be here, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mully will be here on Friday.
Yeah, I'll be.
All right. So we'll have fun, live watch along. Join us. Big shows coming up on Thursday, Friday, right here on Pirate Radio for a big weekend. All right, for Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, the Chan Man, the crew here at Pirate Radio, we will be back with you Thursday, 3 o'clock on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live.